Hello and welcome to Sports Block's coverage of Middle Creek football versus Wake Forest football. I'm your commentator for today, Braden Maxwell. Alongside me,
I'm Daniel Smith.
And I'm Harrison Eaton.
Today promises to be a great game. Wake Forest coming from Wake Forest, ranked number 5th in the state, coming to Middle Creek to play the 84th team in the state. What do you guys think about this game so far?
This will be a very good game tonight. You know, two highly ranked teams through for the past few years. Wake Forest obviously higher ranked, but it'll be somewhat of a rivalry. 2 years ago, you know, they met in the state semifinals, and sure, most of us can remember how that turned out.
I was at that game. That was not a fun experience.
Very
It could not have been a fun experience for you on the field.
It was not. I shed a tear there. And then last year, Middle Creek thought they were going to get their redemption, but as it turned out, they did not, and it was an even bigger heartbreak, higher loss than the year before, and hopefully we can turn things around and possibly get a win.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I think both offense very fast. Wake Forest running the wing T offense with the tight end and two running backs in the backfield, and Middle Creek with their classic high-paced offense. I believe that both defenses are going to play a big factor in this game, and especially special teams.
Yes, this game definitely promises to be a good one as the two teams prepare to come out, run through their banners. Like you said, 2 years ago, Wake Forest beating Middle Creek in overtime.
Oh,
I was there, sat in the student section. There was nothing like the feeling around because you felt like you could win it, and I'm sure that it felt like that on the field as well.
Exactly, and that game throughout, up until the fourth quarter, it was 14-0 Wake Forest, and then they were going for, I think it was at about the 40-yard line. Wake Forest was going for a field goal. DJ Jackson, he jumped over the line, deflected the ball midair, caught it, and ran it back for a touchdown. That was the most insane moment I've ever experienced my whole high school career. And then at that moment, the momentum, it just swung towards Middle Creek, and then, you know, Wake Forest, their next series, they went 4 and out, I believe, and then Middle Creek got the ball back, and soon enough, touchdown. And it was tied up, and we went to overtime. But it was insane.
Also a very warm 20 degrees that night as well, right?
Oh, very cold,
yeah.
very cold. Cold night. Very good night for football, just like any night. But yeah,
Exactly. A lot warmer tonight, though.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little bit too warm for some people.
Eh,
I'm glad I'm not playing in this.
yeah.
Yes.
Sitting out in it just makes me uncomfortable. I'm sweating right now, and I'm not even doing anything. I can't even
Exactly.
imagine the players who have to play out in this. But like you were saying earlier, you know, this game is going to be their kicker, Wake Forest kicker. They're going to be able to kick. He was kicking 60-yarders.
He's kicking bombs.
Yeah,
He's kicking real bombs.
Yeah. It'll be a game of special teams and kickers.
Yeah, Middle Creek with a young team overall. I mean, they got junior heavy team, but with talent on all sides of the ball. They with the junior quarterback and most junior O-line except for one, and good young talent at the receiver corps too.
Very much, very much. You know, looking at the O-line, you know, you've got Asa Beasley. He's I don't have his stats, but he is a very large man. He's not a boy.
No.
Very strong man in two. And then looking at the only starting senior on the offensive line, he's Christian Harris. He squatted last year as a junior. He squatted 420. 420.
That's not bad, is it?
No, that's
Not bad at all.
pretty good.
As you said, this is sort of like a rivalry now with the history between these two teams. Maybe not a local rivalry, but definitely built in the history of these two teams.
Yes, sir. Beginning of a rivalry. You know, announcing the captains down there.
The captain's preparing to come out to meet.
Yeah, and we've got captains tonight. Looks like Joey Maya.
I think they'll read it for us, I guess. Make our job easy.
Yeah.
They got running back number 4, Anthony Robinson. Number 8, cornerback Tyron Belcher. Number 2, middle linebacker Joey Maya. And number 15, Sean Horton, wide receiver.
Tyron Belcher. All very talented individuals.
Middle Creek hopes to carry that momentum from that insane game last week beating a very, very talented Heritage team with big plays all around, especially by the running back Anthony Robinson with that huge 30-yard run to seal that win off.
Very much. I think this team, Middle Creek, with an underdog mentality, they play way better. You know, going into games thinking, oh yeah, we've got this. You know, they'll just roll over and they'll get it. It's a lot harder to win games like that. You know, you don't play 100% unless you're the underdog.
And it's really not that often, or at least in the time that I was at Middle Creek, that Middle Creek would go into a game thinking that we're the underdogs, that they might actually get beat, especially my freshman year.
Yeah.
It was basically just walking all over other teams until that Wake Forest game, really.
Exactly.
So the real question is going to be, how will this side kind of cope with the pressure of that? They're at home. They have a great Creek Crazies side. I almost said my school stuff. Have a great Creek Crazies side cheering them on. How will they deal with the pressure of being the underdogs?
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll turn out very well. And you were talking about earlier Anthony Robinson. You know, he is a very talented running back, and we haven't, for the past 3 years, the starting running back has been Dre Jones, and he's been very good. And we haven't really seen too much besides him. And you know, seeing Anthony Robinson, see what he can do, it's kind of like a diamond in the rough to other teams. I mean, we know what we have, but to other teams, it's like a surprise. And I know he played defensive line a little bit last year too, so we might see him on both sides of the field.
Here come your Middle Creek Mustangs, being led by number 95, Cash Devon, defensive tackle, who will also play a huge role in this game, as he's got to stop that run up the middle with Wake Forest talented running backs.
Yes, sir, indeed.
Middle Creek coming out, full support of the stadium behind them. Wake Forest, have they already run through their banner? Who knows?
Looks like they're waiting down there at the end. Yeah. And if this was a game of banners, Mustangs, we would win that.
Mustangs win that one, yeah. We'll give it to them. Middle Creek knows how to put on a show.
Yes, sir,
that's for sure.
do. Hey, still running out. There's the flags.
So it seems like Wake Forest have won the toss. Middle Creek to receive, I think I heard.
I believe I heard the same thing. Yes.
That's what he said.
All right. Well, see our offense first half led by Sean Brown, number 6 quarterback. Have Anthony Robinson back there, and should be a very good series indeed. First home game of the year. Probably a lot of pressure on that young man's shoulders.
You never want to make a prediction before a game, especially not if there's money on it. But if you had to pick a side to win, who would you pick in such a big game?
Well, I mean, I think I'm pretty biased here. You know,
you could say
being
that.
a Middle Creek student and playing football on the football team for a few years, but I mean, just looking on paper, obviously, Wake Forest.
Wake Forest are the favorites going to this one, yeah.
On paper, you know.
But you look at the character of that team, the way that they've come out, they look confident. They look like they believe that they can win.
Very much. They do look like they can win. I mean, just look at last week. You know, Heritage, they were the heavy favorites, but
definitely,
you know, Middle Creek, they came out on top. What do you think?
Yeah, I believe, just like, as you said, I'm biased as well. I'm team manager for varsity and JV. They have been inside all week, so they haven't worn pads except for a helmet.
That's true.
So I assume Wake Forest has done the same, but like you said, I think Middle Creek has that momentum from beating a very talented Heritage team, but Wake Forest has that 33 coming into this game with that 33-game win streak and 2-time defending state champions.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I mean, the momentum really does seem to be going at both sides. Whoever has a stronger momentum here is definitely going to win the game. Because on paper, while Wake Forest, as I said, are ranked higher, there's a very even skill level between the two teams.
I believe
that's
so
true,
as well.
That's true. And I mean, it's just whoever wants to win more.
Yeah, exactly.
Wake Forest got that huge defensive front led by Jada McKenzie, who's an all-around terrific athlete. And believe it or not, they add up to almost 1,000 pounds. They average around together in around 950 pounds.
That's insane.
That's huge.
That's like playing against a college-level defensive line right there.
Yes.
This is a man
Definitely
game.
will test them.
Yeah. You know, this Middle Creek offensive line, a lot of them, like, they're not, 6'5", 6'4", 6'2". You know, Asa Beasley, he's a big guy. I think 6'2", 6'3". But, you're looking at some of them Junior Barrera, he's a guard, junior, kind of shorter, but that doesn't really matter. If you're lower, you're going to hit the pads. You get lower, the lower man wins. That's the saying that always goes.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys on the O-line have had experience playing on varsity last year. Like you said, Asa Beasley and Junior, and Christian Harris has played his past 2 years. But I think it's going to be a great battle, and we'll see who comes up on top.
Yes, sir.
Kickoff about to happen. Wake Forest to kick it off to Middle Creek. Number 15, Nolan Paris.
Here we go. Very exciting. First home game of the season, boys.
You can feel that adrenaline building up on the sideline. Creek Crazies, even myself.
Locking arms. Almost time.
It's the home opener for Middle Creek here.
Home opener.
Not much like it.
No, sir.
Sherrod Ray and Jamori Ellis back to return.
All right. Kicker backing up. Looks like everybody's ready. There goes the Middle Creek sideline starting the wave. Something.
No, he's taking his time there, setting up his kick.
No issues with that. Want to have a good kick.
Exactly. He cannot start off the game weak.
Yeah. CFO launch a bomb here. All right, everybody understands this.
And it's underway with the kick. Launches it into the end zone. It's a good kick.
Yeah, very good kick.
You were saying before the game he can hit them.
Yeah.
And I think he's shown us here that he can.
Yeah. It's always better to kick it. Well, not always, but I think kicking it into the end zone and taking a certainty that they're not going to run it back for a touchdown instead of kicking it 1 or 2 yard line, and they'll more than likely take it to about the 20, but less likely they'll run it back. Very scary thought.
Right.
Injuries.
In a game like this, you don't want to risk much. You don't want to put too much out on the line, especially not 0 seconds in.
Looks like a run to the right outside. Anthony Robinson, very good run.
Very good from Anthony Robertson there. Good start for Middle Creek.
Seem to have gotten tripped up around the 31-yard line.
That's yeah, very good. Another Middle Creek first down. First play.
Griff Barlow lining up a snap.
Drops back, Sean Brown.
Brown
Throws
sends
it
it
down.
up. It's a good catch.
He's got it.
And he's
Sean
going to
Horton
go.
running down. Down at about the 25-yard line.
And that is an excellent game for Middle Creek.
Great throw by Sean Brown to Sean Horton.
Sean Horton had a terrific game last week with 8 catches and 167 yards. He played a huge factor in that win against Heritage.
Yes, he did, and it looks like he wants to have another terrific game tonight. Looks like the momentum is in Middle Creek's favor.
Definitely could say that.
Going.
Decides to hand it off.
All right. Not as good as the previous 2 plays, but
Can't all be perfect, I guess.
Yeah, Can't expect to have that success every play.
Yeah. Especially not against the number 5 in the state.
Not against a D-line that weighs almost 1,000 pounds, am I right?
Yeah, they're not going to let you do that too many times.
Yeah.
As you said, you just got a glimpse of that intimidating defensive front.
Yeah, it looks like they called a freeze play there. Didn't catch him. And here we go. Screen pass. Oh,
Pass off.
Oh.
He's just short of first down. It looks like he's just short.
6 yards. Going to be over. Be over on the far side of the field this time.
If Middle Creek can get a touchdown here this early, what does that mean for the momentum going forward, and how do you think Wake Forest will respond?
Oh, definitely. The momentum has swung our way. Getting a touchdown, two plays.
Yep. Looks for his options.
Ooh.
He just can't hold it.
That was almost. That was a great throw.
Believe they're going to kick. They're sending out kicker number 5, Hunter Holmes.
All right. Well, field goal.
He gets points on the board. Why not? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think any points against this extremely talented Wake Forest team, I would take. I don't know about you guys, but I would take 3 points.
Yes, sir.
Against.
I agree with that 100%.
And the Middle Creek offense is looking promising right from the start. They're just unable to do it at the very end, but it was great gains. I mean, to get out the field that fast.
Ooh,
It
and
looks good.
good.
It is.
That's good.
Good snap, good hold, good kick.
3-0 Middle
Made by
Creek,
number 5, Hunter Holmes.
who also plays receiver, by the way. Got a lot of 2-position players on this team.
Get a lot of depth in the squad.
Yes, sir.
I'd say great opening drive by the Mustangs. I don't know about you guys. I'm a little disappointed in that long play to Sean Horton didn't end up in a touchdown, but I'll take 3 points.
Absolutely.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean,
not going to complain about putting points on the board.
That was very quick. They didn't score a touchdown, but 2 plays went from the 20 to like what the
Roughly the
20,
30-ish.
yeah, 20,
Yeah, I'd say
30,
around
25, and then that's got to strike fear in Wake Forest hearts.
Exactly. Let's see how their offense responds to it.
Yeah. If I were them, I would be very scared.
You don't want to go away to a stadium that you have in the past few years dominated and then go and lose it.
Yeah, like they were probably thinking after those 2 plays, like, oh, wait a minute, is this still Middle Creek?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very good, very fast. Miguel Haywood.
Junior running back to return. Number 3, Haywood.
Haywood. See if they can repeat the success that Middle Creek had. Hunter Holmes back to kick. Here we go.
Checks with his line.
That's
It's a good kick forward.
Great kick.
Oh, they're going to run it back.
Go with it.
Ooh, he just ate one about the 20.
Yeah, right around that 20-yard line.
I believe that was Brandon Smith, a linebacker on the tackle.
Very good. Yeah, I think he's a second-string linebacker, but that's not because he's not good. He's a very good linebacker. But our linebacking court, Jackson Chop, Joey Maya. Joey Maya, 2-year starter already on varsity. Jackson Chop, 2-year starter on JV, and both very good. So we have a lot of depth at linebacker.
Definitely.
And there we go. Well,
Darnell Jones in on that tackle.
It's a short game there for Wake Forest on the offense.
not as good as a.
Not as good as what Middle Creek did, yeah.
Say, it's all right. Could do better, but.
Praying they don't match it with their second play Middle Creek. Had.
Yeah.
No, let's not jinx it.
Yep. Anybody, what I can knock on. All right, here we go. Another run off to the right side, and he's swallowed up.
Yeah, he's not going to get very far with that one. I don't think he got anywhere.
All right, well, I think if the first 2 plays determine the end of this game, Middle Creek would win.
Very optimistic.
Yeah. We just got to repeat that success. And repeat
Exactly.
this success on defense. So, not that hard.
Third down around the 25-yard line.
There we go. See if we can hold him here.
Oh, and he's in trouble there. He'll release it with his left hand, and it's incomplete.
Just overthrew it just a little bit.
Just overthrew his number 80.
80.
It's going to be Noah Crow.
Noah Crow.
Senior there. He just couldn't get to that one.
He would have been gone if he had caught that.
Wake Forest looking like they're going to go and kick the ball, as we would have all assumed.
Yeah.
I mean, first series, 4 and out.
Wouldn't want to give Middle Creek the ball on the 25-yard line after what they did to you the last drive.
Take one play to score a touchdown like that momentum. He's going to punt it up.
Oh,
and it's almost blocked.
Oh, that was almost blocked. Man, looks like Middle Creek is chomping at the bit.
Not sure if
Creek
Brandon
came
Smith
to
got
play.
a piece of the ball or not, but he seemed to have put an effect on that ball as Middle Creek, will take over at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes even the pressure on
Yeah.
the kicking player can cause him to make a mistake or something.
See a guy coming running at you? Yeah, you're
Hey,
probably
you're gonna
get a
try and
little
get rid of
distracted.
it. Yeah,
But
your
Yeah.
mind is gonna race to a lot of other possibilities.
yeah, not gonna follow through with your usual punting routine. Just try to get it out of there as quick as possible.
That's very true.
But
A timeout has been called.
yep,
So far, looking pretty good for Middle Creek.
very much.
So we're gonna go ahead and take a break for this timeout. You're watching Middle Creek versus Wake Forest on the Sports Block. I didn't know if we were gonna break that or not.
That felt good. That felt really good.
That was really good.
Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Yeah.
I'm like holding it back like I'm not gonna scream during this game. I'm like, oh my god, I lost my voice last week against Heritage.
Oh man, yeah. Let's just all scream into the microphone.
Hey, can one of you bring us back? I gotta Welcome back to the Sports Block. Wake Forest versus Middle Creek. It's 3-0 for the home side today. Hunter Holmes putting in a field goal.
Yeah,
On a pretty impressive Middle Creek opening drive.
very
I'm
much.
gonna be honest with you. I did not expect that straight off the bat.
Sure,
Yeah,
nobody
definitely
did.
not.
Nobody
Definitely
did.
not.
There we go. Handoff run up the middle by Anthony Robinson.
And he's not going to make
Yeah.
any progress there. He's stopped up.
No, sir. Well, can't expect to make big plays like we did, but it looked like, maybe running to the outside might be the key, but we'll have to see.
And that is a very big D line.
Yes, it
I
is.
mean, wow. On paper, it's one thing, but
Yeah.
getting through that is going to be a lot harder.
Oh,
Deflected there.
looked like the referee almost intercepted that.
Yeah. Well, third down here from Middle Creek. Not the same level of momentum or level of drive forward
Yeah.
that they had in the first drive.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah, maybe that was just fluke, luck. See if we can make some big success on this play right here.
Third and long, 3rd and 11 looks like.
Brown looks for his
Ooh.
man. He moves
Ooh.
through.
Oh!
And that's a
It's out of
mistake
the
there.
hands.
I think
Darius Suggs, yeah.
Oh,
I believe he anticipated that Sean Brown was going to run the ball, as I did. As he stepped up in the pocket, made the pass, and I think Suggs anticipated on making a block to progress Brown.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, that's unlucky.
It happens.
Exactly, yeah.
Hunter Holmes back again, once again in the backfield, getting ready to kick the ball off to give to Wake Forest.
There we go.
All the way back.
Ooh.
Put it up, not with too much direction on it, though.
Got to get on it. There you go.
And about the, 39-yard line. And here comes the Wake Forest offense, Middle Creek defense. See if we can stop them from making something happen here.
Last week, from being at that Heritage game, secondary played a huge factor. With Sherrod Ray making an interception that pretty much changed the momentum of the game as Heritage was driving down the field at the 24-21 moment, and then they got the interception, ball back. Middle Creek scores a touchdown to go up 28-24. That ended up being the final result.
That's true.
That's how fast this game can change. I mean, just one small mistake.
Ooh,
What a hit by Joey Maya.
back in the backfield, the big linebacker.
He does not mess around. That's an excellent
No, sir. 2-year starter on varsity. Yeah, talking about momentum, things can change just like that.
hit. Definitely. It looks like it might be second at around 13 now.
Looking about it.
Here we go.
Middle Creek defense getting off to a good start so far. And I don't think Wake Forest has actually had a first down yet, have they?
I'm not sure because they did go 3 and out.
He's going to throw it away there.
Oh. That'll bring up 3rd down for him. That looks to be about 3 and 14. 3 and 14, 15. Yep.
Somewhere around there, yep.
Believe it or not, Wake Forest quarterback Seth Hillman is a tower. He is 6'6" and 170 pounds. He is a tree that has no meat on his bones. But he can
definitely see the game, can't he?
He has led Wake Forest to their past 2 wins.
I mean,
over the first 2 weeks of the season.
Being 6'6", being able to look up over that line, that's a huge advantage. They pitch it off to the left side.
Back.
Surprising run on the play.
Oh, and he's taken down again.
They're maybe going to make a yard of progress there. Not much. Definitely not enough to save them here, and it's going to be 4th down.
Darnell Jones in on that tackle.
Very good series by the defense again. You know, holding them to, like you said earlier, Wake Forest hasn't even gotten a 1st down yet. Hopefully we can keep making that not happen.
I believe Middle Creek will take 2 straight 3 and outs for their defense. Their defense has played terrific these past 2 drives.
Yes, sir.
It's a good
like
punt, especially under
fair
pressure.
caught.
Fair catch that.
Oh, he hasn't caught it.
Oh no. It will be a touchback.
There.
Middle Creek will take over at the 20-yard line.
Oh man, that was
Sean Horton couldn't get his hands on it.
yeah, those are mistakes that you got to fix. At least it's very early in the game. You know, mistakes happen. They suck, but at least it's not a pivotal time in the game for it to
Gotta
happen.
live with them. That happens every football game.
Yeah. That's why you got to practice. It
You
might
just
have
gotta make
been
sure.
because we were inside all week. You know, you can't practice catching punts. Can't practice throws. Well,
Yeah,
practice
can't do any
throws,
special teams except walkthroughs where you're showing who's on what special teams unit, kickoff, kick return, hands team, 911, 919, 911. Excuse me.
It
Yeah.
hasn't gotten that bad yet.
Nope, not yet.
And here we go.
They're
This
going to
could
run
be
it.
a handoff up the middle. Maybe 1 or 2 yards right there. Anthony Robinson.
Not bad. Cut it down to 8.
Not much you can do when you're getting swallowed up by 300-pound men right as soon as you get the ball.
Yeah, that's very true.
There are no boys on this defensive line.
No boys.
No boys.
Yeah. It doesn't look like all the players on this defense, this Wake Forest defense, seem to be fairly large.
Yeah,
Just a
you could
little
say
bit.
that. You could say that. He's going to look for the throw. Finds
Sean
Horton.
Oh,
It's going to get
Good
through.
game,
It's going to be
good
first
game.
down and a little
He's
bit more.
pulled out about the 42-yard line. It might have been a flag for a horse collar, possibly.
Believe not.
I don't think they
No
threw it
flag,
on
but should have been.
there. You can make an argument for it, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I'm biased a little bit here, but
Middle Creek has the ball at the 41-yard line. First down.
good gain. Another run by Anthony Robinson. Now he's taking it out about the 41.
They
Looking
gained
about to be
0
dope.
yards, I think. Maybe -1, maybe.
Last tackle made by Tag Bullock.
Good tackle. These boys, they know how to wrap up. Well, it looks like it'll be a gain of about 1.
All right.
Cole Pruneville making the substitution here and checking in Anthony Robinson.
There we go.
Going to look like he's going in the slot position.
All right. Snap. Taken. Oh,
He's
he's
caught.
taken off. 50
He'll get first and he'll
40.
It's to the 30.
He's taking about
He's
Miller.
still going.
He's still going.
Take it down
Oh, my God.
at about the 15. And Cole Provino making extreme gains there for Middle Creek.
How he avoided being tackled there. Unreal. Looks like we might have an injury.
Yeah, he
Is that-
stayed down after being hit. He's still not up. He looks to be in a little bit of pain here.
He's sitting up, so, well, now he's laying down.
We're going to go ahead and take a break here on the sports block. You're watching Wake Forest versus Middle Creek.
He's been hurt every year, 8th grade, freshman year, sophomore year.
Some people just got the injury bug.
I think it's old.
I don't see.
No, but he got tackled on the other hash.
Yeah, I don't know how he ended up over there. Maybe he tried limping on it.
I don't see.
Yeah, I don't see him out there on the field anywhere.
Could be hiding somewhere. I think that's him.
Sad. It's always unfortunate to lose a player, but when I don't even know what I'm talking about this for. And we're back again at the. We're back again with the sports block tonight. Middle Creek against Wake Forest. And here we go. Cole Preveno injured on the play earlier. And here we go. Middle Creek at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers are with Cole Prenovo.
Yes, sir.
His first home game back since he tore his ACL against Rocky Mountain last season.
Here we go. He'll be out to Sean Brown. It's taken down out of the sideline. Another gain for 2 yards. 1 yard. So, well, this is very good field position for Middle Creek, obviously. You know, we got a field goal last series, 2 series ago. Maybe we can turn this one into a touchdown.
Yeah, excellent positioning there.
Yes, sir. After a very good play. Oop, Sean Brown's going to take it.
He's still going.
That looked to be about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Most people would not expect it, but Sean Brown is a good, fast, quick, mobile quarterback.
He's very agile.
He had a
Very
rushing
agile.
touchdown last week, which contributed to their win.
Greatly. Yeah. You know, looking at the past 2 years of quarterbacks, you know, Dominic Schaffner, Andrew Ely, you know, big guys, a little bit more meat on their bones compared to Sean Brown. I'm not saying that he's weak or anything, but he doesn't fit the mold of the previous Mustang quarterbacks. But seems it's working out.
Yeah, he's got 1 year of varsity experience under his belt after backing up Ely all of last season.
Yeah, it looked like it was almost intercepted at the goal line.
That would have been great, would it?
Yeah, tipped up. Luckily, nobody caught it. Intercepted.
Coach Ragland will send out the field goal unit. Hunter Holmes back again to attempt,
Trying to double their lead.
which looks to be about a 37-yard field goal.
Yeah, well, 3 points is better than no points.
He'll hit it, and I believe it's good. It is.
Yes, sir, it's good. 6-0 Middle Creek. 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter. But yeah, well, you know, some drives, you know, you can't finish them out. You sometimes just kind of stall.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, if you're putting points on the board at the end of the day, it's successful.
Right,
If you're up by 6, you know, you're going to take what you can get, and they'll definitely be taking that.
That's very true. Better than being tied at 0.
Definitely, definitely.
But you always want to capitalize on those opportunities to score. But you know, that's why there's field goals. So it's not always all or nothing.
If I can remember correctly, I believe that Hunter Holmes has only missed 1 PAT or field goal, and that was a block against Rocky Mount, which Middle Creek ended up losing that game. I believe it was 35-16.
Well, it looks like he's got a pretty good track record starting the season.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like. Here we go for the kickoff. Yeah, talking about this is a very, very big game for both teams. You know, rivalry for Middle Creek, kind of got to prove themselves. Wake Forest, they haven't lost a game in, what,
33
seasons?
33 straight games.
33 straight games. That's insane.
It's a big kick from Hunter Holmes there. It's going to go
They're going to run
way
it back.
maybe the 2-yard line.
There goes, head full of steam.
Oh, it's a great
He's
return.
Going. Oh, boy.
He's still going past the 50,
And
the 40, and he's taken down at around the 36.
That was a very good run.
Yes.
Very good run. They had a head full of steam and just took off.
As we did say earlier, special teams have so far played a big factor. As you had Sean
Yes,
Horton touchback, you had another touchback in the opening kickoff.
Yes, sir.
Just there, a massive return. And Hunter Holmes with the 2 field goals to make it a 6-0 ball game.
Yeah, and all the points on the board, I mean, only 2 field goals, but those have both resulted from special teams. So
Exactly,
Very
yeah.
big part of the game so far.
It's a left-handed throw to the outside. He's going to break through, but he will get first down. And Wake Forest already have starting in good field position, now have even better.
It looks like the momentum has swung their way.
Joey Maya in on that last tackle.
And I think both teams are definitely showing their skill level here, not backing down from the challenge at all.
Yeah, this time it's Wake Forest's turn to show what they can do. And they just showed one of the things with that amazing kickoff return. Look like he
Hand it
got a-
off. He's not
Oh,
going to
man.
make any ground, though.
Nothing.
Great tackle by a combination of Jackson Chop and Cash Devon.
Very good. It looks like the run game for both teams has been pretty stagnant so far, except for a couple plays for Middle Creek. That one, Anthony Robinson taking it to the near sideline, quite a few yards. But
That was a good start to the game.
yes, sir, it was a very good start to the game. See what the Wake Forest comes out of the huddle. See what they'll run this time. Run up the middle. Looked about slim to none there too.
It's made about 2 yards at that, if that. Third down. Wake Forest are not going to want to resort to going to a kick.
Yeah,
They
nobody
want to
does.
try and equalize here.
Here's
Yeah.
a massive third down for the Mustangs if they want to keep this goose egg on the board.
Yes, sir.
As they attempt to face looks to be a 3rd and about 9.
See if they can hold them here. They'll most likely try to pass it. Run game hasn't worked too well, and they're trying to pass. There it goes.
Will he be able to? He has to
Almost
throw it
sacked.
away.
Oh, very
was
good.
so
Very
close.
good play by the defense.
Well, the Middle Creek defense there was able to break through perfectly, put the quarterback under pressure, and he's had to throw it
Oh,
away.
there's flags down on the field, in the backfield.
We'll see
See what those are
what the
about.
call is.
It's hold. Hearing it's holding.
Seth Hillman looks to be furious with his offensive line. I could see his shoulders moving, his head moving, yelling at his offensive line to get him more protection.
I would be too if I was that quarterback.
I would be as well if you're one of the top schools in the
State.
in the state and the country.
Yes. You get
Not used to being held to 0 points at this moment in the ball game.
Yeah, I think what they're doing, they came into this game. Oh, it's Middle Creek, you know.
We beat them before, we
last
can
year.
beat them again.
Yeah, we beat them. We beat up on them last season. We beat them 2 years ago. They haven't beat us yet. So you know, why can't we beat them tonight? And it looks like that's what Middle Creek is trying to prove tonight. Why they can beat them. Why they cannot beat them.
Ball will be placed at the 37-yard line after that penalty.
And it'll be.
Looks to be fourth down.
Doesn't look like they're going to go for it. Surprisingly.
They are bringing out the tee. They are going to kick this field goal.
That looks to be about a 49-yarder.
Well,
No, not
definitely-
49. It's a 44-yarder.
It looks to be a 54-yarder if you add the 10 with the end zone. Sherrod Ray back.
True.
Ooh, it's going to be just short.
Oh, man.
Middle Creek
Almost.
defense holding that line.
And that was close. You cannot convert it, and it's going to stay 6-0 in favor of Middle Creek.
Yeah. Although that he did not make that kick, that was a very good salt. Like if he had just made it just a couple feet
It's
further.
far out as well.
Yeah, that for high school, you know, and especially with a defense like Middle Creek, as we have seen, you know, all that pressure going.
He was under pressure there. It was almost blocked.
Middle Creek will take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, not as good field position, but
Sure they can work with it. A minute
yeah.
13 left on the clock for this quarter.
Had some big chunk plays before. Here we go.
Back.
To be
We'll
handoff
give it to
the
Anthony
far side.
Robinson.
He's going to go.
Yeah.
He might make about a yard there. A yard, maybe 3 there.
Like I was saying earlier, the running game tonight has been pretty stagnant, both sides.
Yes, I would agree.
$50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Clock running. There we go. Be another handoff to the near side. Anthony Robinson, he's eaten up.
He is swallowed by a pack of Cougars.
A wild Cougars right there. That looked to be maybe a gain of 3 yards. No yards. Negative gain.
Mustangs facing another third down.
Both the defenses on both teams have been holding the offenses to little success, except for the case of Middle Creek, where they've had a few lucky plays where they've gotten out.
A few breakout plays that
they just can't get that ball rolling.
And that makes the difference, really, especially at the beginning.
4 seconds left. Let's see if they get a snap off.
Looks like they're just going to
And
run it
they
out.
will not. They will take this to the second quarter.
Going to go ahead.
And we have
a few sponsors for today's game. Pierce Group has a group
We
of
have
dedicated and
we have a special report down on the sideline by Bryce Herring.
a bit of technical difficulties there with the sideline reporting. We're going to read off some sponsors, though. Pierce Group has a group of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals with over 100 years of combined industry experience to serve you. Pierce Group benefits. Improve your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, and strength to reach your potential at the Performance Academy. Work hard and be great.
We would also like to thank our Stallion and Colt sponsors for the night. From oil changes to engine replacement, they fix all makes and models. Christian Brothers Automotive in the Fairview Village Shopping Center. James River Equipment, your full-service John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer. James River Equipment.
And if you look down onto the track right there, Mr. Blanchard, he's retiring today. He's being honored.
10 years at Middle Creek.
We're going to go ahead down to Bryce on the sideline. Bryce, what do you have? We cannot hear you whenever you guys talk. Like, we cannot hear a word that you guys say.
It's like the
Force is currently 6-0 at the start of the second quarter.
there's Sean Brown throwing it
Long
downfield.
ball up.
Oh, right out
no.
of the fingers of Sherrod Ray. That would have been a very good big gain right there for the Mustangs, but
Fell right through his fingertips.
as we've seen before, mistakes happen. Hopefully we can repeat that success, but this time with the catch.
This will be fourth down.
Another 4 and out for the Mustangs.
Now, I never want to assume injuries, but it looks to see that Cole Prinovo does have ice on that right knee.
That's very unfortunate.
Obviously, he's had trouble with his knee before. Was it the right knee?
I believe, I'm not positive, but he did tear it. He tear his ACL.
There they punt it down, coming down at about the 50-yard line.
A good Middle Creek roll. around
Yes,
the 44, 45-yard line, and the Wake Forest Cougars will take over.
Yep. Here comes the Middle Creek defense, Wake Forest offense. See if they can make something happen.
It's been very slow offensively today.
Yes, sir.
Both sides.
Both sides. Indeed, it's been a defensive game so far. Not a touchdown, and we're already into the second quarter.
Definitely, both teams just struggling to put it together.
They're going to be throwing a screen off to the left side.
And I believe that will be
stopped
called
away.
incomplete.
Yeah, he's called that incomplete there.
Seems to be a, nope, no penalty. There you go, coming out of the huddle again.
Second down and 10. Gonna hand it off. They're gonna make a bit of progress there, maybe
Very
6
good.
yards.
Yep, seem to be about 6 or 7 yards. That's very, very good progress compared to previous runs.
Definitely, you take that.
Yes, sir. That looks to be about 3rd and 5.
Now, Wake Forest, I believe that they've only got at maximum 1 first down, if that.
I believe so. I believe they
think
got
so,
a
yeah.
first down
Yeah.
on their last drive when they had missed the field goal.
Yeah, as we were saying, things just not coming together. If they can get this first down, maybe they can start a drive forward towards the towards the end zone.
See if they can
not
finally
playing
make
soccer.
something happen.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
pitch
be
it here.
Off to the left side. He's taken off.
He's gonna make it.
First down, and
It
then
will be
some
first
more. Man, like you were saying, you know, this is the first down. You know, it's very unusual to have Wake Forest, one of the top teams in the state. They haven't even scored a field goal, and it's the second quarter. And let alone they've had like 1 or 2 first downs. So this will be the third. You know, it seems like they're starting to gain some momentum here, but it's unprecedented. There's going to be another handoff. Weaving
It
in
seems
and
to be
out
working
off
for
to the
them
right
rather than
side.
throwing it.
That
Good
got-
wrap-up tackle by
Maybe 8 yards there
yeah.
on the
I
play.
believe number 8, Tyron Belcher.
Good tackle. Good tackle.
I believe Jackson Chop just went down
Another injury.
on the near sideline.
Yes, I think he has. We've got the athletic trainers on the field right now. We're going to go ahead and take a break. You're watching the Sports Block.
Middle Creek Library parking lot. Your door is wide open. Your license plate number is SB 9023. Again, your car is parked in the library parking lot. It looks like your door is wide open. SB 9023.
Welcome back to the Sports Block. It's Middle Creek versus Wake Forest here. 6-0 to the home side. The, I believe, 84th ranked in the state, currently upsetting the 5th in the state. And it's been quite slow going forward for both teams, wouldn't you guys say?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
agree with that completely. Offensively, both sides, very low progress.
Right out to the side. They will get first
Oh.
down and maybe some more. He
That
could
looks
go all the way.
slow, and he's pushed
Seems to be out
about
around the
7
8-7-yard line.
Yes, sir.
And that was needed because if he hadn't gone out of bounds, that surely would have been a touchdown.
Yeah. And it looks like, well, Wake Forest is starting to gain some momentum, seem to be in at least field goal position,
Now the injured
At least they know they'll have to get some sort of points off this drive.
at least, unless they don't mess it up.
now for the injured Jackson Chop is number 42, junior Andrew Lamb.
We'll try and keep an eye on both those injuries, one from Cole Provno and
There
another
we go,
one from
and
Jackson
that's
Clark.
No progress right there.
Jamari Highsmith tearing through that center of the Wake Forest O-line.
This Middle Creek defense is going to do whatever they can to make sure they do not get a touchdown on the board.
You got to back them up all the way. Loss of 3. That'll, I guess that'll bring up 2nd and 13. Or second goal.
Yeah. It's close enough to where it doesn't matter. They're
Toss
going to try and
it.
throw it, but
and
it's
that's underthrown.
That's not a very good throw right there. That's not a very good throw right there.
Yeah, nope. You're expecting, 6'6" quarterback.
To be able to throw it over.
Once again, Seth Hillman frustrated with his offense.
Yeah. I mean, if I was in his mind right now, not a lot of time from your offensive line, a lot of throws that you're messing up on. He's probably really frustrated right now, and that might be getting to him.
Definitely.
Now, from being at these 7-7s all summer, Middle Creek has played Wake Forest, and they've been overall pretty good games. I think they probably split the 7-on-7 series probably 50-50.
Oh yes, it looks to be another handoff up the middle.
Tackle by Joey
Maya.
It'll be interesting to see if they go for the field goal here or if they go for the touchdown.
And right here, this has been the story of the game so far.
They will kick.
They will have to.
Going for the kick. But yeah, this has been the story of the game so far. Good progress, close to the goal line, and then just stall. Yeah, ending in field goals. Maybe they'll fake it. You never know.
At this close, you really do never know. They're going to kick it.
That is a kick.
I believe that is good.
Good. Yes, sir.
Good. It's going to be 6-3 now, still in favor of the host, Middle Creek, but Wake Forest finally getting some points on the board.
Slim the lead by a half. See what Middle Creek can do to counteract that. Coach Ragland down on the sideline, claps his hands, trying to encourage his players, see what they can do. Rev them up, Hopefully we can get something going on this series.
Middle Creek will. I mean, if Middle Creek can get maybe a touchdown here. I know we haven't seen any of those today. But maybe if Middle Creek can get one, that will really just push them all the way into the second half. And then that'll drastically change the halftime team talk from being 3 points down to, a touchdown and a half down.
I believe so. Touchdowns are very important, especially in these games, they don't seem very fruitful. I think that's the word. I don't think touchdown. Touchdown would be good.
It'd be nice. It'd be
Put
nice.
it in simple terms.
I don't think they'd complain.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't. Here we go. Wake Forest kicker stepping back.
Nolan Paris preparing to kick it.
Sherrod Ray and Jamori Ellis back deep to receive.
Both very fast players. Here we go.
And he hits this one.
Good kick.
A lot of power. Oh, miscommunication.
There he goes, running up the middle.
He's going to still go with it.
It's taking it about probably the 19.
Looks to be around equivalent to a touchback.
Yeah.
Around the 19-yard line. Mustangs will take over.
Could be better, could be worse. Could be a lot better from what we've seen before.
Definitely.
But see what it'll be. It's a long field for the Mustangs if they want to get a touchdown. See what they can do with it.
I know that I have the attacking skill and the attacking power to go forward.
Yes, sir.
But, I mean, with that D-line in front of you, you never know. That's a good throw. It's just behind him.
Intercepted.
And that was very close to being intercepted.
Both almost very good catches. Almost a one-handed by the receiver right there, and almost another seemed to be a one-handed by the Wake Forest defensive player.
I think it's Mateus Sudipo there who almost had that one-handed interception.
Man.
That would have been one for Huddle.
Yeah, that would have been one for Huddle. Yes, sir, indeed. And that's another thing right there. It would have swung the momentum like that. Things can change just like that. Here we go. The snap is Brown falls on the snap. That looks to be.
He's going to have to go down to protect it there.
Yeah.
Around a 3rd and 19, I would say. 3rd and 19, 3rd and 20.
Yeah, this is not a.
Not a great drive so far from Middle Creek.
Not an ideal drive, I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Third and 19.
They won't be posting this one. I don't know.
No, sir.
They might
That's
edit
not the
that one out.
highlights. See if they can make a little progress at least to make some more space for the punter.
Exactly, yeah.
Think conservative sometimes. They're going to run it.
Run it. It's an
And
interesting
he will be
decision.
stuffed for no gain.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, what did you say? A combined weight of about 1,000 pounds
Yep.
from those front 3 defensive players.
that's not going to feel good having to fall
Definitely
on you.
not. I can think of better things I'd want to do on my Friday night.
A little bit.
That's for sure. Getting hit
Oh,
by
yeah.
a bus is not one of them.
Yeah.
High
Holmes
basically.
will have his heels close to that back line at the end zone.
He's not going to have much room to move around, is he?
Not an ideal spot to be. Back of the end zone.
Now, you do assume that Wake Forest will try to clog that middle and attempt to block this kick, being
Oh,
where
yeah.
Middle Creek is.
Oh, they accept some speedsters,
Oh,
and he barely got it out.
Barely got that off.
Well, not too bad of a kick.
Around the
It didn't look like a good connection, but it
47,
actually got up there.
46-yard line.
Yeah, didn't have much height, but he sent it flying.
More like a goalkeeper kick, like side volley there or something, just trying to put it up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, like earlier, Wake Forest had that situation a little bit. Middle Creek, when there's two guys flying at you,
Your
you
mind
wanna-
goes somewhere else,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yep.
yeah, you want to get that ball out of there as quick as possible.
Definitely.
But see if Middle Creek can repeat the same thing that Wake Forest just did to them. He's going to sling
So
one
long
down.
ball forward, it might make it. It's
Caught.
caught by Mateo Sudipo.
Very good catch.
That is a great throw and an even better catch, definitely.
Man, I could see it when the
See that one a mile off.
yeah.
Well, Wake Forest are not in a bad position, to say the least. About 15 yards or 10 yards out.
See if I can look at my Magic 8 ball. It's probably going to tell me that they're going to tie it up here, at least.
At least, yeah. Middle Creek will have to show more defensive strength if they want to stop it. That's move forward. Get a gain of about a yard or two.
Yeah. When you're at this position on the field, a little gain is a lot.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, half a yard even can make the difference.
Yes, sir.
DeMarcus Jones with that carry for, I'd say, about 3.
Very good carry. See if the defense can continue being the iron wall that it somewhat is.
Oh, toss it.
Oof. Good. And he's taken
Taken
down.
out low and high.
Misread play in the backfield by linebacker Brennan Smith.
It's going to be 3rd and down. At least Wake Forest can know they're going to put points on the board.
Yes, sir. We got 6 minutes and 6 minutes flat right now left in the second quarter till the half.
If they do kick from here, it might actually be a bit of a harder position than maybe just 10 or 5 yards back because you have to get enough height on it
Yes,
from
sir.
right there to get it through the uprights.
That is true. Maybe they should go for negative yards on this play.
Well, knowing this Wake Forest team, they'll go for
Nope.
it. Right at the line.
Doesn't.
It's going to be a lot of leaning back for the kicker here, Nolan Paris.
Really gonna have to get his
Assuming-
foot under that one.
Definitely.
Will they kick?
They could go for it.
Well,
At the moment, it seems to be the offense is staying out there.
Nolan Paris has not come on. They're going for it, and why
well,
not?
Yeah, why not? Crazier things have happened.
4th and really inches, it looks like, at least from my point of view.
Both crowds really getting
yard.
into it now. One hoping for a stop and one hoping for a score.
See what'll happen here.
And Middle Creek will take a
and
timeout.
You got to prepare that defense for. This is a very pivotal play right here.
We're going to go ahead and take a break here at the Sports Block. You're watching Middle Creek versus Wake Forest. back at the sports block 6-3 in favor of Middle Creek. Wake Forest on the verge of points here. They're about a yard out on 4th down.
You know, this is a very pivotal play. I think I said it earlier. You know, if they score a touchdown, that gives them the lead, and this is the first touchdown of the game.
They're going for
See
it
if
too.
they can do it. It'll be a run.
And he won't get down! He doesn't
No
get
touchdown!
it. Creek defense turns up.
Yes, sir!
Joey Maya
It's going to
coming
be
up
negative
Joey
yards.
Maya. This man has been all over the field.
And that is the biggest play of the game so far.
Absolutely. That might, looking at it now,
Those are
that
plays
might
that
have
win
decided this play right here wins games. You know,
The
it's the
defense-
first touchdown. That if they had scored the momentum, that would have obviously gone to Wake Forest. But you know, this is a major blow to Wake Forest. You know,
Definitely. I mean, we've said momentum so many times here, but I think that's because so important for this game. Wake Forest, they have to be kicking themselves after that. They
Yes,
could have
sir.
tied it up. With just a field goal, they went for it.
There's a flag on the field.
see what the call is.
I believe it will be a false start on the Mustangs.
Well, that's
Position to be.
yeah. You don't want any
conceding
penalties
from-
right there. Push them back just a little bit more.
They
I
can
believe
do
it will be half the distance to the goal, being where they are. So we'll bring up a 1st and 13, it looks like.
Yeah, that's not a good position you want to have.
Definitely not. I want to try and avoid a safety here. Get it out as fast as
There
possible.
they go. And didn't
He'll stay up, but he will end up going down.
look like
2
much
yards?
there. 2 yards. Almost back to the original line.
Over on the track, just an update, injury update on Cole Proveno. He does have crutches now. He's staying off that right knee. It doesn't look good, does it?
It does not. I believe he will be out for the rest of the game.
At least.
More
yeah.
than likely. Prayers to
Lucky
him.
He came on and he made
First
a huge
play.
impact.
First play, too.
Yes, first play. He had that huge around probably 40-yard.
Ooh. Who's that? Adam
I
Schmidt,
believe that will be either Sean Horton. I believe that is Sean Horton.
Sean Horton. Correct, yeah. My apologies. Yeah, but offense seems like these the plays so far, they've been stalled. Nothing's working. We got to get something going here.
3rd down. I want to get 1st down here just to try and reset it. Brown looks for his options, releases.
Oh,
It's
just
through the
pops
hands.
Oh.
And that's the 3rd time today.
You know, this is maybe just too much pepper on it or something, but this has been like the story of the night so far. The good throws just slipping out of the fingers of these receivers.
Just
And
been
Coach
spitting
Ragland
their
down
guts.
there on the sideline, he doesn't look too happy about it either.
Understandably.
You have to make those catches. You have to.
If you want to beat this team, you have to. Those are crucial catches you have to make. I say that one was a little bit in front of him, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you can pick it apart probably. We're going to punt it up here.
Same type of punt as last time.
Not
Go
a
bounce,
great
and he's going to
connection, but it'll make
take
it.
it back.
He's going to go for it. Made
And he's
great progress there to get maybe to the 15, 16-yard line.
talk
yeah, that
about
was a
talk
pretty
about
good
number
return.
15, Sean Horton.
Pretty good return right there. And they're in a great field position to start off another series.
Wake Forest also gets the ball back in the second half, so they punch a touchdown in here, take it to 10-6.
Yeah,
Who knows?
3:41 left on the clock. You know, that's still a lot of time. You know, if Wake Forest scores right here, you know, Middle Creek could have a chance to answer, but see what happens. And
pull a
He's gonna
reverse.
make quite a few yards there. He's still going.
that's
Finally
a
taken
workhorse
down.
right there.
The strength of him.
Yes, sir. Like we said earlier, these are not boys.
Definitely not.
This ain't Pop Warner.
They did not come here to lose, that's for sure. Neither side did.
No, sir. Yeah.
I believe that play was made by Haywood, number 3.
You know, looking at Wake Forest being about an hour away, you don't want to drive out 90 degrees, hot on the bus, lose, and then drive home, same weather. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I know the feeling. It's
Ooh,
not caught.
and it pops
Incomplete.
out.
Great defensive play by the senior Tyron Belcher.
Yeah, that was very good defensive play right there. It looks like he popped that out of his hands right there, but
Great bit of play.
great coverage.
Good one-on-one coverage there.
But this game so far has just been defenses. Offensively, not even, still no touchdown.
Exactly, yeah.
We're almost to the half.
3rd and 2 here
If you
for
would
the
have previewed
Cougars.
this game to anybody in this stadium before and told them we could go into the halftime with no touchdowns, they wouldn't have believed you.
Called you crazy.
He will look to get that first down. Be first and goal for the Cougars.
Has he got it? I'm not sure.
And if
And
so,
they will move the chains.
that'll be great position right there for the Cougars. First and goal. See if they can make something happen.
Middle Creek need another big defensive play.
Yes, sir. See if they can repeat their success. But, right here on the goal line,
It's tough.
it is very tough. Very tough. Rather than
Middle
like-
Creek hopes to pull off that terrific defensive stand they had that on last series it was first and goal.
Yes, sir. Look, they'll be handing it off again. Good progress.
Gets to about the 3.
Second down.
Didn't make it in there.
They have to think if it does go to 4th down and they're right on the line again, are they going to try and put it in for a touchdown or are they just going to kick the field goal?
Honestly, I think they will. They've only had a few plays where their running back has been tackled for a loss, and I was one of them, but it doesn't happen often. Most of the time, like this play right here, they averaged some gain, but see what they decide when we get there. Right now, it's second and goal. He's throwing it.
Thrown in. Oh, he's
Over.
just overthrown him.
Great coverage by Sherrod Ray.
Very good coverage. Very good coverage.
This will bring up a 3rd and goal here for the Cougars.
Very stressful situation for both teams.
Got to keep their focus, really.
Yes, sir. Got to stay focused. Don't let it get to you. And, hope for the best. Cover your guy.
Now, if Middle Creek can pull off another great defensive play.
See what happens here.
The entire stadium cheering on the defensive side here.
Yes, sir. Here we go. It's going to be a handoff, and he's
negative
taken down. Negative yardage right there.
Cash Devon with the tackle.
Big man.
Now, if I'm Wake Forest, I will kick, and that's what they will do. Take the points.
They've got to.
Give Middle Creek one more chance to punch it in. Take the ball, halftime, score again.
And here we
Different
go.
ball game.
Yes, sir. See if Middle Creek can attempt a block right here.
They're going to
We've
load
seen it
that left
before.
side.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
sir. Here comes the
definitely. He's
speedster.
got through.
Almost. Very close. Very close.
It
Man,
is a
that's
good kick. We're going to see it at 6-6 with 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the half.
See if Middle Creek can answer quickly. Minute and 2. That's not a lot of time.
Not at
But,
all, yeah.
Middle
I mean, with the kicking game that we've played so far, realistically, you get to the 20 to 30, you might be able to put points on.
Yeah. That's true. That is true.
Middle Creek has been known as, quote unquote, the Oregon football team on steroids. For those of you who don't know, Oregon is a super fast-paced offense, and Coach Ragland loves the play of Oregon. He loves to incorporate their offense into this offense, and I think Middle Creek has a chance to pull off the 1 minute offense and punch the ball in either for a field goal or a touchdown by the end of the half.
That's true. Just an example of that. To look at Middle Creek, they have a no-huddle offense. Everything they do is through keywords, and that just makes it even quicker. A few years ago, they were using armbands, but they moved over to verbal commands and stuff. That just made it even faster. So speed is very, very big thing for the Mustangs. You got to outrun the
And it
Cougars.
pays off. It pays off as well.
Yes, sir, it does. Look at the success they've had the past few years. Very deep playoff runs. Not as much success in previous years, but recent years, but previous years. Very good success.
Definitely.
Good
Another
kick.
heavy one.
He's going to be forced to take it out.
Oh, and he's
Oh,
almost
or
not
he
held
will.
it. Got lucky there.
Yeah, they almost slipped out. That might be because of practice indoors all week.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of butterfingers.
Exactly. I mean, you don't repeat the motion. You know, even for a week, you can forget it. Muscle
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah, it's tough. It's very tough.
Definitely. And catching a ball at that height with that amount of spin on it, all that speed.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Maybe
Hand it off.
he's almost taken
Face
down.
mask.
Up, we're
That
going
will-
to see a flag.
That will be an assumed face mask.
I think so. I agree.
I agree with that myself.
So that will advance the Mustangs for 15 yards, and the ball will be placed around the 36-yard line.
And you can't make those mistakes right now. You know, 53 seconds left in the half. This is very vital. I mean, and they're not very close to the goal line either, but just want to try to avoid making penalties altogether.
Yeah. It's always good.
And that's going to be a Middle Creek.
And here we go.
Middle Creek getting a free 10 yards, excuse me, on that play.
Yeah, and clock continues to run. Here we go. Sean Brown steps back. Oh, that's almost picked again.
Woo. The clock
Not
will
sure.
stop here with 43 seconds left remaining in the first half.
I'm not sure what they've done to the balls, but no one can hold them, it seems.
Yeah.
The throw seemed a
I
little
mean,
like to be
that
a little
one
bit
would have been a
behind them.
little bit harder to catch from an interceptive point of view.
You know, he might be putting just a little bit too mustard on there. I mean, it seems like he's throwing some zingers out there, but, you know, I mean, practicing with this guy, you got to get used to that.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, Sean Brown, a very good baseball player as well.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, and
right
it's-
through his hands.
That would have been a very tough catch to make anyway, in the air, flipping around. But you got to make those catches.
Third down for your Mustangs.
Yeah, it's the little things, isn't it? I mean,
Yes, sir. The football games are won on certain plays, and that play right there
that could have been one of them.
could have been one of them. Big gain. But looks like Middle Creek is going to call a timeout.
We're going to see a timeout called, yes, by Middle Creek. We're going to go ahead and take a break. You're watching the Sports Block. It's 6 to 6 here. Welcome back to the Sports Block. 6-6, 39 seconds left in the first half. Middle Creek won a big play here to try and get ahead into going into halftime. That'll drastically change. The halftime team talk won it.
Yes, sir. Here we go. And
Good
throw. It was just a little bit too high. Little bit too high.
If I am Middle Creek here, I should punt the ball.
This fourth
I
down.
don't
Yeah,
trust
you
Wake
do.
Forest with 38 seconds left.
You can't
and
risk
the ball
that.
on the 30-yard line. You
cannot.
cannot risk that. Hunter Holmes, talented punter, boot him down to around 40, 30-yard line.
See if we can hold him for the next, probably round out to about 30 seconds, 35. See what we can do. And if anything, our defense has been very stout. So
Yes. Boy, back. Hunter will punt it.
good punt.
It's a good punt. Yeah, very good.
He's shallow.
Be about at the 38th yard line.
27 seconds left.
Does Wake Forest take the victory formation and send it to the? It might have to take two. But
See, they might just try and get it as far down as possible and go for the field goal.
Yeah,
that's also a very good point. They could take the field goal,
I wouldn't be
get
surprised
that
if that
momentum
happens.
heading into the second half.
Yeah, I mean, like one of you guys said earlier, they're getting the ball back after this half. So, they score a touchdown and then get the ball back right away. That's very good position, very good momentum, carrying that into the second half. See what happens here.
Snapped.
There we go.
Finds his options outside.
Woo! Very big
That
hit
is
right
a good
there.
hit.
He got knocked.
Oh, man.
That clock will continue to run, and Wake Forest is going to run a hurry-up offense. That hit made by number 1, Sherrod Ray.
I could hear that all the way over here.
6 seconds left in the half.
It's going to be the
They're
final
going to
play
be
of the
going
half
for it.
here.
Verticals down the sideline.
Tyron
big
Belcher
throw.
there.
Almost intercepted, and that's the end of the half right there.
That's going to be the end of the half. It's going to be Middle Creek 6, Wake Forest 6. We're going to go ahead to Bryce Herring on the sideline. Bryce, what do you have for us?
What up, Sports Block Nation? It's your boy Bryce Herring down here with the sideline report, and we've had a great game so far with the score 6-6 tie. Both defenses have looked incredible so far, especially with that goal line stop for Middle Creek. Going into that half, both teams really trying to punch one in here. No touchdowns so far, and both teams looking for that big play to really shift the momentum. We'll see what happens in the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you for that, Bryce. We do have a few sponsors to read out, starting with Pierce Group. Pierce Group has had a group of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals for over 100 years, with over 100 years of combined industry experience to serve you. Pierce Group benefits.
All right, next up we have the NC State Fair. Learn about agriculture, catch a musical show, hop on some rides, and enjoy amazing food vendors. Come for the tradition, come for the food. The NC State Fair, October 11th through October 21st. And our halftime show is sponsored by Gladwell Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile is an important part of our lives at any age. Gladwell Orthodontics strives to set the standard in quality orthodontic care and offers a wide range of services. Smile more with Gladwell Orthodontics.
And of course, improve your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, and strength to reach your potential at the Performance Academy. Work hard and be great. This has been the first half of Middle Creek versus Wake Forest, 6-6 on the Sports Block. Thanks for watching.
Let's hear it for the marching band. The Middle Creek Marching Band's first competition is on September 29th at Panther Creek High School. Please go out and see them. Good luck in your competition.
Halftime sponsor is Gladwell Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile is an important part of our lives at any age. Gladwell Orthodontics strives to set the standard in quality orthodontic care and offers a wide range of services. Smile more with Gladwell Orthodontics. Pierce Group has had a group of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals with over 100 years of combined industry experience to serve you. Pierce Group benefits. Improve your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, and strength to reach your potential at the Performance Academy. Work hard, be great. From oil changes to engine replacement, they fix all makes and models. Christian Brothers Automotive in the Fairview Village Shopping Center. James River Equipment, your full-service John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer. James River Equipment. Learn about agriculture, catch a musical show, hop on some rides, and enjoy amazing food vendors. Come for the tradition, come for the food. The North Carolina State Fair, October 11th through October 21st. Our halftime show was sponsored by the Gladwell Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile is an important part of our lives at any age. Gladwell Orthodontics strives to set the standard in quality orthodontic care and offers a wide range of services. Smile more with Gladwell Orthodontics.
Middle Creek Stampede Athletic Club is committed to providing the student athletes at Middle Creek High School with the very best of facilities, equipment, protection, positive life opportunities. The Middle Creek Stampede Club would like to thank those who have helped to make that possible. Our sponsors for tonight's game: Pierce Group Benefits, Performance Academy, Christian Brothers Automotive, James River Equipment, MC State Fair. Let's hear it for our sponsors, folks. Looks like they've got that winning ticket for the 50-50. Just a little bit over $100 in the pot. Maybe get my glasses on here. 6, 7, 9, 2, 5, 7. 6, 7.
Welcome back to the second half. It's Middle Creek versus Wake Forest in a very, very interesting first half. I would say no touchdowns, but it is 6-6.
Yes, sir. That's very unheard of. No touchdowns with Wake Forest at least. Very talented offense. No touchdowns in the first half. I think that says something about how good this Middle Creek defense is.
I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, also, I think other schools from around the area hearing the score from this game, you got to hear a lot of jaws dropped.
Yes.
Middle Creek and Wake Forest have both played extremely well on the defensive side of the ball.
Just looking around.
Both not letting in a touchdown.
Just looking around, it does look like Middle Creek versus...
Good return right there. We stopped at about the 43-yard line.
That was a good return to start off the second half.
Yeah. Well, when you're fast, like that guy.
It definitely helps.
It definitely helps, yes, sir.
Defense comes out on the field. Finger's going to take over.
See if Middle Creek can maintain that rock wall defense that they have had the first half.
Their defensive play really was excellent, especially near the end of that second quarter. They were really showing off.
Yes, sir. Two standouts so far, Sherrod Ray, Joey Maya.
Adam Schmidt hyping up the crowd.
Yes, sir.
Dances
There he
through,
goes.
but he'll get sacked. He throws it down.
He fumble that. Looked like if it was fumbled, it was recovered by Wake Forest.
I believe it might be could potentially be an intentional grounding.
Yeah, it did not cross the line of
The
scrimmage.
ball did not reach the line of scrimmage.
And that
think
should
so.
be a line.
But we will await. We will await
like
the
there's
ruling.
There's a
Intentional
flag.
grounding. It will be intentional grounding against number 12.
And there's an injury, Middle Creek on the field.
It looks to be Cash Dewan.
Athletic trainers running out there. He's getting up. Not too bad. And he's walking off.
He's walking off.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, that's a good sign always.
Yes, sir. When you're able to walk.
If they can walk, you know.
Yeah, and he got up right away, too. You know, sometimes they'll be laying there for a while. Got to take the helmet off.
And that's never a good sight.
Yes, sir.
He might have just had the wind knocked out of him, a little knock. It looks like it might be his hip that he was.
He might be
trying to
cramping in
work
his
out
arm
there.
as well.
Yeah.
With this heat.
Yeah, and especially taking a little break, going super
It is a
hard.
cramp. Yeah,
It
it
is
looks
a
like
cramp.
a cramp calf, hamstring injury.
Something to get that man a banana.
Definitely.
Got a little pat on the shoulder by Coach Ragland.
Looks to be a Wake Forest is approaching a 2nd and 22 at the
It's
32-yard
not
line.
great.
Yeah, that's not good field position.
You know, if you're going to start somewhere, maybe not 22.
Most of these plays have been big plays, so.
They will dive it up the middle.
That
Oh.
was a sort of big play. I would say that's a big play.
Yeah, that looked to be about maybe 10-yard play, 11. Good run.
Pretty much cutting half their 3rd down try here.
Yeah, that was a powerhouse run by the running back right there.
This will be about a 3rd and 13 for the Cougars. That's that second run by number 3, Haywood, that he hasn't been taken down. He had one down towards the end zone, and they could potentially both be drive-saving plays.
Yes, sir. That's like,
Depending on what happens on this next play.
seemed like he was carrying the whole Middle Creek defense on his back.
3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, you could argue. It's going to be a good pass, and they'll get first down.
Whoa.
Still going. Good strength, and he'll be out of bounds.
Yeah,
What a play by Haywood, getting open and fighting for that first down.
got some good momentum.
The ball
for Wake
will be
Forest.
placed on around the 43-yard line.
Yeah, decent positioning there for Wake Forest. It's a good drive so far, you could say. I mean, they definitely looked in trouble at 2nd and 22.
Number 91, Stephen Holland, being checked out.
Sophomore. Very large man.
That he is one of the biggest on the team, without a
There we go.
doubt.
Looked to be a run to the right, and he's tackled. It'll be about a gain of like 2.
Good hit by Joey Maya on number 5, Rogers.
Just to reiterate, it is 6-6, 10 and a half minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
And I believe Cash is down with another cramp.
He's stomping his
Cash
feet on the
to the
ground.
Yeah, I think we all know that feeling.
Yeah,
Not a good one.
I got to stretch him out right there.
And like you said, that is why we've been at this before again.
Yes, sir.
We apologize for the technical difficulties with the scoreboard. If that you can't see, it is 2nd and 10 on the 43-yard line. 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Tied at 6-6.
And
He's down a little bit longer than he was before.
you would hope that it's maybe not a strained muscle or pulled muscle.
It almost
Hope
seemed
not.
that he got up a little bit too fast after that
Yeah.
cramp. He
Yeah.
should have
He should
taken his
rested
time,
it.
rested it, trusted his backup,
Mhm.
Stephen
Exactly,
Holland,
yeah.
and
Hindsight is always 20/20, but you know that's why.
But I mean, at the same time, I think we all understand that want to just get back
Yeah,
on. You know, I
Right.
mean,
Oh yeah.
especially when you're tied 6-6 with
Exactly.
one of the best teams in the state.
such a big game. I mean,
You want to
you,
get out
you
there.
want the adrenaline. You want to be on the field no matter what.
Yeah. And
He's gonna be helped to his feet there.
getting up.
Yeah, it does look like a bit of a calf cramp.
Hopefully he'll be okay.
He might just want to sit out for a few minutes, get some water, just rest it out, stretch it.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like he's limping or anything, so that's a good sign.
I don't think it'll be his game done here. I think
Oh.
he'll be back in.
Yeah, he's still hungry. But, all right, here we go. Opposing sides coming back out onto the field.
Number 58, E.J. Russell, is checked in for the Mustangs to replace Cash Dewan.
2nd and 10 on the 43.
10:23 on the clock. There they go.
It's thrown, intercepted! Middle Creek have intercepted the ball! And it's a turnover, the first of the night.
very big mistake by the Wake Forest quarterback right there. Overthrown it, and a diving catch by Middle Creek to intercept the ball.
That pass seemed to have no direction whatsoever going towards his own player.
Yes, sir.
That was a great interception, though. The athleticism that it takes to dive onto that ball.
Sherrod Ray, they're one of their most versatile players on the team.
Yes, sir.
He's fast, he can catch, he can quick. He also plays a little bit of receiver.
Yes, sir. And like I
with
said,
a potential setting up the offense for a score on this drive.
hopefully we can capitalize on it.
Sean Brown,
And
he's unable to get
sacked.
through. He will be sacked, yes.
It's going to be a sack by the Cougars. Loss about 3.
It's going to be 2nd and 13.
10 minutes left on the clock.
Still 6-6.
10 and
Ball is on the 24-yard line. Mustangs will face a 2nd and 12.
trouble with the scoreboard over there. That's why I wasn't able to read it, but here we go.
Middle Creek has trips. Excuse me, they have 2 receivers out wide.
He's got to get rid of it. He was under a lot of pressure there. Great pass. Under pressure.
Very good throw. Very well timed, too. Inside the gap, able to run up a little bit. Get a little bit of yardage.
Well, Sean Brown there, he was under so much pressure to get that ball away. I mean, I'm talking inches
Yes, sir.
away from the defender, and he was able to get that ball away, not only away, but accurately.
Yes, sir. 3rd and 6 now.
This is manageable for Middle Creek.
Middle Creek has, I believe it is Suggs, Schmidt, and Horton out right, excuse me.
There they go.
Good pass. He won't be able to get first. Maybe he will.
It looks like they're going to call it out of first down. Great catch
And
by
I
the
think he has
senior,
this.
Adam Schmidt.
Yes, sir. Very reliable.
He has been one of Middle Creek's most reliable players over the years.
Very, very good leader, too. One of the captains tonight.
Deservedly.
Yes, sir. There we go. That'll be 1st and 10 on the 38. 8:44 on the clock right now.
Middle Creek look to want to complete this drive the hard way.
Short gains.
That's what you need.
Oh,
Good fake there. He just won't be able to pick up the yards.
Looks like it'll be negative yardage right there.
I mean, we know it. Running against this team is nearly impossible, no matter how good you are.
Yes, sir.
Take a look at that D-line.
The D-line, the linebackers, secondary, they're all over the field.
We do have an injury update for you. Cash Dewan is still on the ground getting his, what we believe to be a cramp treated on the sideline.
Jackson Chop still out, too. And
That cramp could have just gone all up his leg. I mean, that takes quite a lot of treatment and stretching whenever that does happen. It's going to be thrown here from Sean Brown.
that was
Ooh.
almost intercepted right there. That'll bring up 3rd and 10, 7:48 left on the clock. But, yeah, that was a very dangerous throw. If he had just aimed a little bit higher, that would have for sure been intercepted.
It's been a game of inches, hasn't it?
Yes, sir. See if they can rectify those mistakes. With another pass.
Brown looks to
Scrambles
move
out.
on his feet. Oh, my gosh. That's a great pass, and I think he was in.
They call it incomplete.
Oh,
Incomplete. What an effort.
That was a very amazing catch, even though it didn't count.
What an effort by the senior Sean Horton
He's been making plays.
on the throw by the junior Sean Brown.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it looks like Middle Creek will punt the ball away to the Cougars.
Yeah, you don't wanna risk it right now. There's no big reward right here. The
Definitely.
risk outweighs the reward.
Hunter
This would be
Hunter Holmes has had some great kicks off of guys right in his face. He's
Yes,
gotten
sir.
the ball off very well all night.
Yeah, it's been a good performance from him. He's been called on quite a lot.
He has the only points for the
snap.
Mustangs.
That's
Sir.
true.
Very low
punt.
kicks, very bouncy. Oh,
Just trying to make it maybe a bit
broke
more
two,
complicated.
3
He's
tackles
gotten
right
around.
there. 4th one takes him
Wait.
down.
It's finally gone down.
Great pursuit by number 24, Owen Harrison, not giving up on that tackle after being drugged for about, I'd say, 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Miguel Harrison did well to stay on his feet there until Just had to go down.
Yes, sir. See what Wake Forest can do. See if they can capitalize on their own opportunity. Maybe swing the momentum of this game, get a touchdown. It's been tied for quite a while now. 7:25 on the clock. 1st and 10 on the Wake Forest 33.
Hand it off.
Oh,
Move back. It's going to be a big loss of yards. So that's an
there's
I
flags
believe
out.
that it will
Flags
be
all
a
over, yeah.
face mask against the Mustangs. I believe on number 47, Ian Woodard.
Yes. Unnecessary, really. I mean, that was a great chance for a good defensive play.
You hate to see that happen.
Officials talking it over.
See what they have to say. Gets the defense.
Most likely discussing where they're going to place the ball.
Yeah. I think right about there seems the right spot.
What a wild discussion. They are talking to the Middle Creek football players.
Maybe just explaining what the call is there.
Possibly.
It will be against the Cougars, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't moved it forward at all.
As the holding
Cougars
against the Cougars.
Holding. Ah.
Well, Middle Creek will be happy with that.
At least from our angle, it almost looked like the running back had gotten either dragged by his face mask or
I saw
horse
that too.
collared.
I agree.
Just to remind you, 7 minutes, 17 seconds left. It's 6-6.
And
in
it
the third
it
quarter.
is 1st and a mile for the Cougars.
1st and a mile, yes, sir.
I think he might have taken that one from me.
See if they can get out of this sticky situation.
And they will.
Oh, never
and it
mind.
looked
Oh.
like it could have been a safety almost.
Shifty running back, and he
good
can't get
hit.
out of this one. It's taken down. There
Got
might
a
be
player on the
there's an
ground for
injury.
Middle Creek.
That
And that doesn't
Another
look good.
Middle Creek injury.
That on that tackle, and they have 2 Middle Creek football players down.
We're going to go ahead to break during this injury. You're watching the Sports Block, Middle Creek versus Wake Forest. Improve your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, and strength to reach your potential at the Performance Academy. Work hard, be great. From oil changes to engine replacement, they fix all makes and models. Christian Brother Automotives in the Fairview Village Shopping Center. James River Equipment for your full-service John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer. James River Equipment. Learn about agriculture, catch a musical show, hop on some rides, and enjoy amazing food vendors. Come for the tradition, come for the food. The North Carolina State Fair, October 11th through October 21st. Welcome back to the Sports Block. We apologize for the graphics inconvenience here. We hope that you're still tuning in to see a great game. It's currently 6-6, 7 minutes left in the third quarter, and it's just been an all-around great game, hasn't it, guys?
Yes, sir. Very low scoring, but it's been a fist fight to see who can get the most points. Here we go.
2nd and 28 here. He has to throw. Ooh. That's going to go out. Well out.
Out of bounds. If he had thrown that one, he would have gotten sacked.
It was a hurried throw, but great job at the defensive line of the Mustangs to get to the quarterback and force a hurried throw, which led to an incomplete pass.
Yes,
We've seen that quite a lot this game. The Middle Creek line just able to get past the O-line there for Wake Forest and able to put a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
That's a great thing, too. You know, when you're like, whether you're the punter, the running back, quarterback, wide receiver, whatever, if you have the ball and you have, like you're the quarterback right now and you have like 2 guys running at you, you want to get the ball out as soon as possible.
Sure.
It's probably not going to be the best throw, and that's the case right here.
As long as it's out of your hands whenever you go down, you're set.
Yeah.
Donovan Robinson is in for the injured player, Darnell Jones. There will be a delay of game against the Cougars. That will back them up 5 yards and create a 3rd and 33.
Yeah, that's
a tough one.
That is a very tough one. It's not a position you want to see yourself in. They're almost at their own goal line.
Now, if you're Wake Forest, do you run the ball, get yards to get your punter some more room, or do you pass and try to attempt to get this first down?
I think first down, really, it might just be out of the question. But
I think you want to play it safe. If you're trying to go for the first down, you're risking putting Mustangs in that position of a field goal.
Well, they're going to throw it,
oh.
and they might just – oh, that's way short.
Sir.
Oh, what? Flag is out, and I'm not sure.
Oh,
it's a very controversial call.
It looks to be a pass interference against the Mustangs secondary.
The ball wasn't even near him.
That was a very disappointing.
Yes. You can hear the stadium, the boos ring out.
Yeah.
They got what they needed on this last play.
Don't think that's going to be enough for a first down.
That's very disappointing.
But it's definitely not going to be enough.
As the defensive coordinator, Coach Ray, always says, he says, boys, next play. Forget about that last play. Move to the next one.
Yes, sir. See if we can stop them finally here.
And it
takes a little pressure off the Cougars, pushes them away from their end zone a little bit, gives them a little bit more space to run, wiggle room. See what they make of that.
And in a much better position now on the field to try and go for first down. And even if they don't get it, their punter has he has a bit of room.
Yep.
He can work with that.
Middle Creek lined up at a 3-4.
They're going to throw it.
Going deep.
Watches it. It's a good pass.
Oh,
just tipped away.
What a play.
Excellent.
Sherrod Ray has had an outstanding defensive game for the Mustangs.
Yes,
He's
sir.
been the leader in this game of the Mustangs secondary.
He has been all over the field, making plays left and right.
He's having a great game. He's tipped that one away perfectly. Because if that pass was completed, who knows what could happen. That could have been in.
Could have gone all the way. But looks like they're going to punt now. Wake Forest, punter out. 6:34 left on the clock. 4th and 19.
Interesting to see how far they can get this.
Jackson Chop is back in the game, as we see here.
That's a good punt.
Booming kick and fair caught by Sean Horton around the 37-yard line.
Good idea. Very good punt.
See what Middle Creek can do this time. Nobody's been able to capitalize on any of these drives so far. See if we can change the tide of this game. And it's still anybody's game still. Tied game, 6-6.
6 minutes left. We got 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
37-yard line.
Mustangs sure hope to get some points on the board. They haven't scored since the first quarter. Wake Forest defense has played very well in the last quarter and a half.
Indeed.
They've definitely tightened up as the game has gone on, and the Mustangs will be looking for a way to try and get in between that, because if they don't, respond with a very tight defense, they could be in trouble.
So that was tipped up in the air.
I believe that is the second or third tip pass by that defensive front of the Cougars.
Yes, sir. The Wake Forest defense, outstanding.
Very good. They've shown one they are fifth in the state today.
Yes, sir. See if the Mustangs can answer that, get some positive yardage on this play.
You send Adam Schmidt in motion alongside with Jamori Ellis.
Be a handoff to the far side.
If he can get yards, he may get 1 or 2, maybe 3 there.
Great fight for yards by Anthony Robinson after it seemed
sir.
to be that he was going to get caught up in the backfield, but he fought for more yards and got 3 yards on the play.
Broke a few tackles in the backfield. That would have been very bad, but Let's see what we got now.
Both teams having a very hard time getting forward, to say the least. Sean Brown is going to look to throw, gets it off. Oh, it slipped out again. And it's been a game of mistakes. Slip after slip.
These mistakes might come back to haunt the Mustangs by the end of this game.
You could definitely say that. They could have a lot more points on the board.
Yes, sir.
It almost seemed like he was anticipating him getting hit. But
yeah.
If you're going to get hit, you might as well catch the ball anyway.
You can't get scared of that.
You're going to get hit either way. If you get hit and hold on to the ball, that's a little bit better.
Yeah, Mustang punt team out right now, 5:47 on the clock. Good punt.
Hunter Holmes with a good punt.
Strong one, got it up.
And will land about the 27-yard line. Great punt by the senior Hunter Holmes.
Very good punt. Good bounce, too, towards the Wake Forest end zone. See if we can hold them here.
So far, it's been a very good game of special teams with the field goals that have been added up all the points in this game, with the punts and the punt returns by Wake Forest and the kick returns by Wake Forest.
Yes, sir.
Special teams and defense seem to be playing the main factors in this game.
Yes, sir. Both offenses, very stagnant.
Yeah, not much offensive progression by either of these teams.
And he's almost tackled for a loss there. It's fighting.
And he will be gang tackled led by number 34, Jackson Chupp.
We've seen a lot of fight in this game from both offensive and defensive point of view from both sides, especially. As we said before, neither side came to lose.
The sophomore safety, Nashawn Biggs, will be checked out after his helmet got knocked off on that last play.
Yeah, you want to be careful about those.
Exactly.
Head, very precious.
Yeah, can't do much without it.
So here we go.
We drop it back. It's a fumble. Can they recover it?
It's going to be recovered by Wake Forest.
Oh, boy.
But that will create a super long third down for Wake Forest.
Oh, man. You almost got sacked there.
That's going to weigh in the mind of that entire Wake Forest team right there. Woo!
And he almost got sacked there, but
I thought it would
ball
be.
got knocked out. Ooh, a very intense moment right there for Middle Creek. Not a lot of big plays offensively, but defensively, that is a very different story. Just an example right there. Huge play. 4:28 on the clock.
The 3rd and 23.
It's not the first time Wake Forest has been in this situation.
But the last time they got called for a pass interference.
That's very true. They're
Let's hope
not.
the Mustangs-
They're going to try and run it, and they're going to get a few yards. It's not enough. Not nearly enough. It was always going to be quite hard to run.
It will be 4th down, and we will anticipate the Cougars will punt, but the punt team has not come on the field yet.
Punting team hasn't. Is this really the position that you want to risk giving it to Middle Creek in?
Oh,
They
here
will
comes the
punt.
punt team. I was going to say that
Spoke
risk.
a little bit too soon.
Yeah, that risk of going forward on 4th down to that field position with this much on the line, I wouldn't go for it.
Exactly. It's a high punt.
Will be fair caught by Sean Horton at the 46-yard line.
Yes, sir. 3:35 on the clock. Middle Creek offense runs out. Here comes the Wake Forest defense. See what happens.
If you're the Middle Creek offense, I think at this point in the game, the way the game has been going, you just try and keep small goals. You know, we want to get first down. We want to get to this yard.
Yes, sir.
Rather than, you know, whenever you go out at the beginning, you just want to get as far up as possible. But I think the way that the offense and defense have been playing with each other, they'll just go out. Let's get first down, see where we can go from there.
Yeah, baby steps.
There will be an official's timeout for water due to the heat in this game.
It is very hot. Although the sun has gone down, it is still very hot.
We are going to go ahead and take a break. 3 minutes 35 left in the third quarter. It's still 6-6. You're watching the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Block. 3 minutes 35 left in the third quarter. 6-6. First and 10.
Sean Horton and Anthony Robinson in the backfield. And the ball will pop out.
Ball is loose.
Oh.
Ball is loose. There's a flag out, I believe.
Looks to be recovered by the Mustangs.
And I don't think there was a flag. I don't know what I saw there. I thought I saw something. And there's another injury.
It looks to be Sean Horton, who has played a big factor in the receiving corps these past 2 weeks.
That's a heavy, heavy hit for the Mustangs.
Yes, sir. Any injuries, very big. Could change the momentum of the game, but somebody so pivotal like Sean Horton, huge.
I mean, yeah, someone who has that impact on the game and has had that impact on this specific game, that's going to be important.
Yeah. And it looks to be his leg stretching it out. And we're going to
go ahead and take a break here. 3 minutes 23 still, 6-6.
All right, and we're going to take a little bit of time to talk about our sponsors. Pierce Group up first. Pierce Group has been a group of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals with over 100 years of combined industry experience to serve you. Pierce Group benefits. Next up, the Performance Academy. Improve your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, and strength to reach your potential at the Performance Academy. Work hard, be great.
We'd also like to thank our Stallion and Colt sponsors. From oil changes to engine replacement, they fix all makes and models. Christian Brothers Automotive in the Fairview Village Shopping Center. We'd also like to thank James River Equipment, your full-service John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer. James River Equipment.
Learn about agriculture, catch a musical show, hop on some rides, and enjoy amazing food vendors. Come for the tradition, come for the food. The North Carolina State Fair, October 11th through October 21st.
And Sean Horton is back up off the field. He's walking off. Looked to be with a little with a limp.
And there does
Not a
seem
good
to be some
sign.
pain. If you just look at his face, oh,
You
that
can
doesn't
see his
look good.
cringing face. Looks like he's. Oh no!
That's
And he's
not good.
falling over on the ground.
Doesn't seem to have impacted his injury, but it looked like he took a stumble on the sideline.
Yeah. Well, game must go on.
And he has
Mustang.
been pivotal.
Second and long for the Mustangs.
Let me go. Ooh,
Oh,
bad
long-
spiral. That's intercepted.
Oh, he's
he
dropped it.
That was
is
almost
a
intercepted.
Huge mistake. And another drop in this game.
That was a very bad throw by Sean Brown.
Very, very poor execution on the play by both sides.
Very. Would have been an interception.
That had to be an interception.
Had
I
to
mean,
be.
we've seen a lot of interesting plays this game.
I think
But
you
that
almost.
has to be the easiest one.
Yeah.
I may think that was going through his head. It's like, oh, there's no one around me. I'm gonna catch it.
I
I'm gonna
think
score.
he might
I
have
think he
had
got
too
too
long to think
excited.
about
Yeah,
it.
he
Too
got nervous.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if he was under some more pressure, would it just have been more reactive?
Let's see if the Cougars can stop the Mustangs once again on 3rd and 20.
Brown runs it.
It's taken off.
He's going to run it out. It looks like he's still going. That's a big hit. A massive hit.
They're gonna call. They're gonna call
It's a flag.
They're gonna call a blind side hit to looks like on Adam Schmidt.
I'm not sure about that call.
And another flag has been thrown.
Bad call.
That's not a.
That's a questionable call, but we will see if this will impact the game.
And the referees are going to have some debate because, as you may have heard, the referee who was closest to the play, or to the foul in this case, didn't flag it. What are we going to see here? Flag's been waved off, I think.
There will be a sideline warning on the Mustangs.
I mean, the Mustangs coaching staff did not react in a good way, but understandably so. I mean, that was a fair hit.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're
obviously.
gonna
It was
say call
it
it
was a
might as well
great
put the
hit by
flags on
Adam
there.
Schmidt to create
Yes.
to make Sean Brown get that huge gain.
Amazing block.
No problem
It will
with that.
And
it will
it's
back up the Mustangs.
still-
Correction. It will not be.
That is not what you want.
Not at all. Confusion on the field, it seems, from the referees.
Sometimes things just don't go your way and you have to deal with it and see if the Mustangs
This will
can.
be a replay of 3rd down.
3:03 left on the clock. 3rd and 21. See what they make of this. Nobody on the Mustangs sideline, stands, or up here. Nobody is happy with that call.
Let's see if will be 4th down. It will be 4th down for the Mustangs.
Maybe, yes.
It will be unsportsmanlike called against the Mustangs, which will bring up 4th down, and the Mustangs will punt the ball away.
That's insane.
That's interesting. We'll say that.
Very disappointing conclusion to the drive for the Mustangs.
Indeed. Very bad situation. After that scramble by Sean Brown, and then that, it's just not what you want in a situation like this.
Let's see if the defense will execute and almost eliminate that last drive for the Mustangs and not let up any points.
Yes,
Defense has done a terrific job.
And
Oh, it's a
high
terrible snap.
And it will be a safety.
Good.
Will be a touchback. Oh, safety. Safety, I apologize. After a poor snap by the long snapper, Joey Maya.
Very disappointing
That's a big
series
mistake
for
there.
the Mustangs.
As that will bring your score to a Wake Forest 8 to a Middle Creek 6. With 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
That is a very, very big player right
Wow,
there.
imagine
Wake Forest will also
this
get the
is
ball back.
deciding play.
I mean, you obviously never want a safety to happen to your team, but in this situation, you don't want it to happen even more. 6-8 now in a game where you haven't scored
Single touchdown.
single touchdown. This could make or break the game.
That is a big. That's a big mistake, and that
Yes, sir.
you got to forget it though. You have to forget it. Everyone on that field has to move on from that play, like you were saying. Take it play by play.
Play by play. We got to focus on the next play. We got to redeem ourselves.
I mean, if that lingers in your head, it will happen again.
Yes, it will.
Referee's
Coach is
having a
over.
discussion here.
Yeah, coach is over there talking to him, probably pepping him up. Tell him calm down. It's all right.
And there's still quite a lot of time. in this
They
game.
will have to punt the ball
It's nowhere
away
near
after that safety. They're going to have to punt the ball away to Wake Forest. It's going to be very, very disappointing if they let up a touchdown on this drive.
Indeed.
And they don't get to kick it off. They have to punt the ball.
Yep. See what happens
If I
here.
remember correctly, I believe the ball will be placed at the 20-yard line for the punt.
That'll give Wake Forest pretty good field position.
It's a 20-yard differential between the safety punt and the opening kickoff or any other kickoff after a score.
Yeah, they're probably feeling pretty good right now. They just got a safety, the momentum. They're getting the ball in a good position. The momentum is on their side right now.
We will see if Wake Forest will execute on what seems to be the momentum swinging their way at this moment in the ball game.
It will be kicked away.
It will be kicked. They elected to kick it from the 20-yard line.
See what Hunter Holmes does here.
Hunter Holmes got to bring out all the strength in his leg. He has kicked it out of the back of the end zone during practice a couple of times.
That's
And they
a
were
good kick.
onside kick.
And Wake
And it will
Forest gets
be
it.
recovered by the Cougars at the 34-33 yard line.
Great field position right there. See what they can do with it. 2:56 on the clock right now. First and 10 at the 34.
Coach
Mustang
Ragland,
34.
Coach Ragland is furious with. I'm not sure if it's either the calls by the refs, the play by his offensive unit, or special teams. Overall, this past 2 minutes in this quarter haven't gone Middle Creek's way whatsoever.
Not at all. It's probably a mix of all that. I would be boiling over if I was him right now, too.
And it will be
Intercepted!
Intercepted!
And he's running it back. He's at the 50.
He's got around 1.
45, 40.
He is still going.
And he's
Sherrod Ray
taken
once
down.
again with the interception. Second interception of the ball game.
Yes, sir.
And just
All
like that,
over
the momentum
field.
shifts. Wake Forest had it just moments ago. Now Middle Creek are on the front foot.
What a momentum changer.
Seemed like there was a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver right there.
I'm
The
not
receiver
sure
kept
about
running.
Sherrod Ray did not have to move his body at
Yeah,
all.
not-
He
yeah,
caught
Right
it.
to Sherrod.
I do not think that he ran his lane.
It almost seemed like he was playing
I don't know. Maybe he got the
Catch in the
jerseys mixed
backyard
up or
He's
something.
definitely
with Hillman
looking
in the-
at Madden.
They try the freeze play.
That's a good time, too. Here comes out Hunter Holmes.
Hunter Holmes going into the slot position.
Momentum swinging back towards Middle Creek.
Sean will keep it. Pass it to Schmidt. Schmidt gets the screen. And
Broke some ankles right there down at about the 31-yard line.
and will use his agility to get to the 21-yard line for the Mustangs. It will bring up 2nd and 1.
Very good play right there. Very good play.
That was excellent.
See if we can keep making plays like that.
Sean will roll out.
He's under a lot of pressure.
It will
He's
be
got
caught
it
by
away.
Hunter Holmes and will be taken down around the
That'll be-
15-yard line.
That'll be a first down.
Mustangs.
Yes, sir.
Middle Creek doing the hard work here, getting what they need.
This is what you have to do. You just have to start rolling. And, the defense will start overthinking, getting nervous, and, you're feeling good. And this is what happens. Calling
I
the right
agree.
plays.
Brown, he's under a lot of pressure there. Did he pick up a yard? I can't
I
tell
believe
from here.
he may have lost one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
seemed to be a sack, but not as
Not
bad-
the
as
worst.
bad
Yeah,
as a
not
sack usually.
yeah. Usually a sack. It's a lot worse.
Yeah. Whew. Very intense last few plays right here.
This game
130
is end to end.
Fabizak, Holmes, Schmidt, and Ellis are your receivers. Anthony in the backfield.
Passing it.
Oh,
did he catch
How did
it?
he caught
It
it?
will be called
He
incomplete.
caught it! He bobbled it a little bit and
It
then
will be-
pulled it in toward his chest.
It will be called incomplete.
Yeah, I think he just went down before he had.
It'll be third and 11 for the Mustangs at the 16-yard line.
1:27 left on the clock. Woo!
Let's see if the Mustangs will come up big here. Only 11 yards to go, or move it closer so the Hunter Holmes can be set up for 3 more points for the Mustangs.
Yes, sir. That'll give him the lead. He drops back again to pass.
Passes.
Did he?
I believe
Did
it's
he
caught.
Did
it will be called incomplete.
That was a good effort to get to it, though.
Good effort by Schmidt, and the field goal unit will be called on. Hunter Holmes with a crucial field goal here in the final minutes of the third quarter. You
Yes,
have
sir.
1 minute and
Everything.
20 seconds remaining.
Everything has to be right here.
He's lined up pretty much right dead center of
Yeah, almost looks like PNT.
See if he
the
can
field goal.
see if he can focus up and make this field goal. Very important. Very important.
Oh,
And it's
that was very good.
It is
good. It's good.
Hunter Holmes.
That'll be 9-8. That's not a football score you see every day.
It's definitely not. Middle Creek are leading. It's 9-8.
Hunter Holmes playing a huge factor in this ball game.
Yes, sir.
Still no touchdowns.
Insane. This
We
is a
might finish
defensive
this game
game.
without any. Yeah.
Defensive game
I don't know
right
if
here.
you've ever
this has
seen.
been-
I don't know if you've ever seen a game between either of these two teams, who offensive powered, defensive powered, who have not scored a touchdown in a game this late in the ball game.
I agree.
Crazy. And I mean, just to point it out, there has not been a single offensive touchdown. One defensive touchdown.
Safety.
Yeah, safety. One defensive touch. Oh, not a. My apologies. Safety.
Yeah.
Right, and then 5 special teams points, not touchdowns. Yeah. So let's see what Wake Forest will answer right here. Setting up for the kickoff.
All props go to Sherrod Ray on that drive, setting up the Middle Creek offense.
Indeed.
Sherrod Ray has been playing like the best player on the field.
He's getting.
As it looks like, he's had 2 interceptions, been on most tackles, and has a couple of pass breakups at that.
He deserves to get the player of the game as of now. See if him and the rest of the Mustangs can keep putting enough effort into this game to maintain a 1-point lead.
It's a big kick.
Good kick by Hunter Holmes. Hope it stays in bounds, and it will not.
It's gone out quite deep, though.
Yeah.
Maybe around the 9-yard is what they're calling it. Yeah.
Yep, but there will be a flag in the play, and it will, I believe, placed on the 35-yard line due to him kicking the ball out of bounds. I'll tell you what, Middle Creek has done a terrific job of keeping the all-around fantastic tight end of Noah Crow out of the game. He's committed to South Carolina. He transferred from the Florida area, and they've done a terrific job of keeping him out of the ball game.
Indeed. I don't think he's had a single catch yet.
I believe he had 1 target, and it was overthrown.
Overthrown, right. Well,
Let's
overthrown.
hope this isn't being broadcast in South Carolina.
Those South Carolina watchers out there.
They may. Who knows?
All right. Gonna do the kickoff again. .1:15 on the clock. Left in the third
They
quarter.
elected to re-kick. Hunter Holmes will be set to kick from the 35-yard line.
Much better kick.
That is a very good kick.
Oh, he
spilled
bobbled it!
And
He
it is
spilled
muffed.
it.
Takes it to the 10.
Oh, but he's recovered well. The 40.
He's got
The 50.
space.
Still
Oh,
going.
and
The
he's
20.
going.
He's going to be in. Wake Forest have a touchdown.
And he scored on the kickoff.
And what a good return that is for Wake Forest. Middle Creek exposed.
Seemed to be about a 90-yard return right there. That was insane. Weaving in and out. He started on the near sideline, ended up all the way on the far sideline. Very good return right there.
15 to 8. That's not true. Just kidding. 14 to 9. 56.9 seconds left.
Football is a crazy game.
It really is.
Coach Dahl cannot be happy with. He is the special teams coordinator and wide receiver coach. He
That
cannot.
can't happen.
He cannot be happy with that.
No, he cannot. There's a bomb
And it's
kick
good.
by the kicker right there. 56.9 left on the clock.
Wake Forest will take the lead at 15 to 9.
This game-
6-point lead for the Cougars.
So
Middle Creek will get the ball back. Wake Forest will kick after they kick the ball off.
see if Middle Creek can answer with a touchdown of their own. That was a very, very big play. Still no offensive touchdown, but that was a special teams touchdown, and a touchdown is a touchdown regardless. See if Middle Creek has their own answer. Over
I wonder if
halfway.
Middle Creek could repeat that right here. That would be interesting.
Crazier things have happened.
While we do have time, Middle Creek faces a very talented Millbrook team who Wake Forest completely ran over in their Week 1 matchup, winning 51-0. Let's see if, depending on the result of the game, Middle Creek either hopes to avenge their loss or carry that momentum from very two great wins.
Indeed.
And Wake Forest will go and play, I believe they will play Leesville Road in their next matchup.
I think that's right, yeah.
Here we go. Very intense game.
See the kick here. The craziest thing was it was bobbled from the
It
man.
was.
Bobbled around the inside the 10-yard line and
Recovered it well.
recovered it, and obviously had the right block. The special teams unit never gave up, and there you go, lead blocks all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. That just shows, Middle Creek, not a lot of, well, there might be another opportunity. Just don't make that mistake again in this game, and they're on forward,
Now Middle Creek have the chance to go forward here. Now, if they do get a touchdown and convert the extra point, they're leading. Now, that's quite a tall order, and it's dropped.
He is cramping. It looks to be his knee, leg, hamstring. Ellis is hobbling. He will hobble off on his own power to the Middle Creek sideline and will get checked out by the trainer, Mrs. Smith.
Seems to be,
He's taking off his helmet. It's painful.
that is not good. Cramps are not good.
Yeah,
Got to
not
hydrate.
fun.
Seems to be making progress as he walks. There goes.
And that's honestly some of the best thing for him. Just
Caught,
to walk, he's
caught,
got it.
open field.
Through.
At the 50.
He could go all the way.
40.
The 40.
30. Dodges a tackle. Oh my!
What a
Down to
game.
the 20.
What a gain on the play.
And ball will be
Amazing
marked
play.
at the 13-yard line. Great returning play by the returning injured player, Sean Horton. He is
37.
obviously not injured anymore.
Oh, definitely
Obviously
not.
not.
He's come back.
That is why you need that man.
38 seconds left.
A timeout, I believe, has been called.
That is an insane play.
Great run and great
Oh.
throw by Sean Brown.
The offense is definitely
Absolutely.
picking up on both sides.
But
There's gonna be an injury.
For
We are
sure.
going to go ahead to a break. You are watching the Sports Block. And we're back 9-15 in favor of Wake Forest with 36 seconds on the clock as it runs down now.
And correction, our break was not for a timeout, but it was for an injured player, and that was number 44, Nate Qualls.
Very
gets
good run off
the
to the
10.
left side.
Woo!
Goes down, but will they have enough time to restart it? The flag's out.
Flag in the place at the 15-yard line, assumed to be a hold against the Mustangs.
If it is a holding, that is very.
Clock has been stopped at 17 seconds. We'll see. Yes.
Mustangs
Walking it
are
back.
going back.
And it looks to be placed around the 25, 26-yard line.
This bit of momentum may have just been killed here with that call.
That's very bad.
That is.
Very unfortunate. 17 seconds.
Middle Creek hopes to find the holes in the Wake Forest defense with 17 seconds left and hope to punch one in before the third quarter concludes.
Just go for a big play. You know, you've got still first down. You have 4 chances. 17 seconds, though. And clock is running. Looks like they're just going to run it out.
Why not?
Yeah.
An update, Jamori Ellis seems to be walking on his own, a little limping in step, but it looks like he will be ready to go back in.
That's going to do it for the third quarter. We're going to hear a little message from our sponsors.
And from Brothers Automotive, from oil changes to engine replacement, they fix all makes and models. Christian Brothers Automotive in the Fairview Village Shopping Center. And next from James River Equipment. James River Equipment, your full-service John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer. James River Equipment.
We'd like to thank our thoroughbred sponsors. Pierce Group has been a group dedicated and knowledgeable professionals with over 100 years of combined industry experience to serve you. Pierce Group benefits. Your next ad is from the Performance Academy. Improve your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, and strength to reach your potential at the Performance Academy. Work hard and be great.
All right, that was the end of the third. Once again, 9-15 for Wake Forest. A very interesting game so far, wouldn't you guys say so?
Yes, sir. Very interesting. Not a single offensive touchdown scored. That's very unusual in a football game.
I believe that this drive will play a huge factor in the result of this game.
Definitely.
Because if Middle Creek can score a field goal, it's still a field goal game. It's a 3-point game.
All right, well, thank you for that third quarter analysis. We're going to go ahead to break. You're watching the Sports Block. Welcome back. It's the fourth quarter here. 12 minutes left for the Middle Creek Mustangs to turn this around against their number 5 in the state ranked opponents.
Middle Creek would love to punch the ball in.
This is a very pivotal situation right here. You have to score.
First and 22.
Oh,
At least 3 points.
Flags out.
Seem to
And
be.
will be a false start against the Mustangs.
Well, it's going to get
Ah.
even harder for Middle Creek.
That could potentially take them out of field goal range.
I think so.
Because as of right now, it is a 47-yard field goal.
They'll have to pick up some.
That is not what you want. Going from almost first and goal to being pushed back to all the way to seems to be about the 30.
Sean Brown finds his man well.
That'll be a pickup of about 6, 7 yards.
It's the little things. It's the little thing. They just got to work up slowly. It's only second down.
Yes, sir. Got to save the big plays for later.
Definitely. Well, last 5. That's what we're waiting for.
I'd say overall the young Middle Creek offensive line has played exceptionally well.
Indeed.
Of course,
Indeed.
Of course, Brown has been forced out of the pocket a couple of times.
Oh, they're going for
Throws
it
it
here.
up.
Oh.
The Middle Creek fans want a flag. They're not going to get it. For passing interference there.
Therius Suggs was the intended receiver. A little bit over his head.
That'll be 3rd and 22 on the 25, 11:20 left on the clock. See what the Mustangs do this time. That's caught about the 10.
And he will not get the push for the first down. He will get to about the 9-yard line.
It's a nice gain. Nice
And
gain.
it will be about 4th and we'll call it 7.
Do you go for it? I mean, you're so close to the end zone. Do you go for it, or do you
It
just
looks
take
like
the
they're
3
going to go
points?
for it. I personally say kick the field goal.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
a
still
game.
11 minutes left.
Yeah. You know, you go for the field goal.
I
You
would
don't
not
have to
be
lead
shocked
yet.
if nope.
Here we go.
They don't
He
get
dropped it.
Oh, right at the end. That's
He-
what they needed.
Doesn't look like he would have been in the end
I don't
zone
think he would've.
anyway. So. Oh.
Middle Creek gambled. They couldn't convert this time. There's still quite a lot of time left, though.
Very unfortunate situation for the Mustangs
If
right
the
here.
Middle Creek defensive unit can hold them to at least a 3 and out. Middle Creek gets the ball probably within the other 40-yard line.
Hopefully that's happened quite often in this game.
Yeah, I
3
mean,
and outs, 4 and outs.
the defensive series is going to be absolutely pivotal for the entire.
Yes, sir. And how much
Entire
the Wake
game.
Forest offense gains right here. See what they can
They're
do.
going to run it
Big hole.
successfully.
Big hole. Any big
You
gain
just
right
can't.
there at about the 24-yard line.
Oh, that's, yeah,
There's
undoubtedly
an
getting
injured
first
player
down.
down for the Cougars.
This time it will be for the Cougars. We're going to go ahead and take a break with the injured player down. 9-15, 11 minutes and 2 seconds left. You're watching the Sports Block.
Olympics, the Performance Academy, Christian Brothers Automotive, James River Equipment, and the North Carolina State Fair.
I can do.
Welcome back to the sports block. 9-15 in favor of Wake Forest. Almost said Westfield. That's not what we're playing. 11 minutes left. Can Middle Creek pull it back?
Hopefully.
I think so.
I believe
Why
he's not.
not?
I don't think he's out of the picture.
Not at all. I mean, if they write themselves off mentally here, it's over, and Wake Forest can score another 2 or 3 if they write themselves off.
Good tackle by
Good
Joey
defensive
Maya.
work, and he's going to be stuffed in there.
Joey Maya clogging that hole, not letting that runner get any more yards.
Very good defensive stop right there. 10:35 on the clock right now. 2nd and 10 on the 24.
It's a gain of no yards for Wake Forest.
Yeah. Substituting some players right now. Wake Forest is. See what they come up with this time. Correction, it's 2nd and 9 on the 25.
We'll give him 1 yard. We'll give him 1.
See what they got. Going to be a handoff to the left near side.
Left side.
Small gain.
And there's a flag in the play, assumed to be a hold against the Cougars.
If so, that could be a big hit.
Seems as if penalties have helped decide this game in a major way.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah, the penalties led to the safety, which Wake Forest eventually got the 2 points on.
Yeah.
And overall, it's played a huge factor in this game.
Indeed, they have very much. And holding on Wake Forest. Call was correct. Taking the ball back.
It is going to be a 2nd and 19.
Just a little update over at Panther Creek and Holly Springs. Panther Creek were originally winning, I think, by 10 at one point. It's now 17 to Panther Creek. Holly Springs have 21, so a major comeback there. Maybe they could take some inspiration from that.
Here we go. 2nd and 14. It'll be
Still
very
going.
good run right there. That running back workhorse.
For sure. On throughout the entire game.
Both running backs
Indeed.
have been that you haven't been able to take them down all game. They've had a couple of Middle Creek has either had missed tackles, has gone for the arm tackles, and that's not going to win you the football games.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah. Not against a team like this. Definitely not.
You have to wrap up. Our coaches that saying all the time, wrap up, wrap up, wrap up.
The senior leaders from Middle Creek hyping up the Creek Crazy, trying to get them loud.
Here we go.
It'll be a reverse to the near
And
sideline.
it's worked out for them.
And
That
what a
did not
tackle
work
by
out
Belcher
for him.
Maya.
That did not work out
Didn't
at all.
work out too well.
And there's a
There's a-
flag on the
There's
field.
a late flag. I believe it will be against Wake Forest. Again, the flag was thrown a little late.
It was. See what the call is by the officials. Never like seeing flags. Stops the momentum of the game.
Runs the flow.
Yes, sir. Oh,
It's very vocal fans here tonight.
indeed.
Maybe one in particular.
The officials are
I mean,
asking,
give her my job, please.
officials are asking Coach Ragland to step back into the players box that's placed on the field.
Sometimes the emotions get too heated, but you can't let those override. Can't let those take control of you. You always have to be thinking rationally.
Exactly. You got to think for the end game.
Yes, sir.
Still
I
not
mean, they're not
sure-
gonna reverse it
Still
because
not
it's one of
sure what the call is.
I'm not entirely sure either. It doesn't even look like all the referees are sure with all the talking they're doing. A lot of people want to know.
Nobody knows what the call is.
No one in the stadium.
At the moment, it is 3rd and 13.
No, literally nobody knows at this point. Okay, cool.
Coach Ragland is furious right now.
He might see himself be sent off. Adam
Possibility.
Schmidt having to tell him to be quiet. The
Boos from
boos
the
ring
crowd.
out as the call. The call seems to be against Middle Creek. In case you couldn't have guessed that.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
It looks to have been around a 10-yard penalty. I'm gonna assume, but we're not against the Mustangs. We're not generally
I
sure
believe
what the
so. I
call
believe
is.
so.
Let's hope the Mustangs can make a great stop here.
Well,
Movement here. They're gonna
pitch
Pitch
it off to the
outside.
far side.
big hit.
It
That's a
assumes to
good
be
hit.
he will be. I believe it might be 4th and inches. It also could be 4th and 1.
Yeah, I
Seems
think
to
so.
be.
And I'm not entirely sure where he went down.
And they will move the chains. Wake Forest
Wow,
will get
okay.
a first down.
Very, very lucky.
Oh,
We'll use
yes.
that
Very lucky.
That did not cross. That did not cross. I'm certain of that. And I've got the best seats here.
Well,
so trust
yeah.
me. Trust me.
Seems like we know who the refs are biased towards.
Mustangs.
There's
can't-
always a bias.
Mustangs cannot
Always.
let a score up here, or,
Yeah. Now
or
things
else
happen.
the comeback almost looks out of the picture at the moment.
Indeed, they're burning time, almost 3 minutes off since the start of this
They will
drive.
dive it right in the middle, and he will
run it.
get a.
Maybe a yard or two away.
Looks like you will get a gain of 8 or 9.
Looks about 8 yards on the gain. Momentum shifting.
It is. Mustangs at the hold 'em
Second and
here.
2.
Time is burning off the clock. 8 minutes. 8 minutes is still a lot of time, but
I mean, if Wake Forest get a touchdown here, it's going to be very hard for Middle Creek to get back into this game.
very hard. You're going to have to act very fast.
Exactly. Which has been something that neither offense could really do this entire game so far.
Yes,
They will
sir.
get first down.
Seems as if the momentum is in favor of Wake
There's
Forest.
a late
this
flag.
time.
Another one. Oh, no. Who could have seen that one coming?
Wonder who that will be on. See
I
when the
don't.
officials call it. They're talking at the line of scrimmage where the ball went down.
At the moment, the line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line.
Keyword at the moment. Because that's going to change.
Yeah.
Again, that flag
Something
came in about 5 to 10 seconds after the play was blown dead.
Yep.
It was a very late flag. There's no disputing that one.
Seems as if these refs
I believe
are.
it is an unsportsmanlike conduct because they are writing down on their notepads they have probably who has the unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. Wonder who's it going to be called on. Oh. Wavy hands. Against Wake
That
Forest.
is
The penalty
Okay.
will be against Wake Forest.
We'll take it. We knew that. the entire time.
Yeah,
I mean,
I knew that was going to happen.
We were sitting here just to build the suspense.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
Keep you guys in tune.
It's a fair game. These refs like it fair.
Don't do that.
And
Yeah,
it'll
they,
be.
they love it.
Seems
I
32-yard
didn't.
line. Gonna move it back.
If you can hear that support from the fans,
Fan.
from the fan. I mean, big up. If you're watching after, you have single-handedly carried this entire stadium.
Indeed. And here comes the students section.
The Creek
They've gotta
Crazies
fight back, don't
need
they?
to reach their peak since the opening kickoff. They need
Yes,
them
sir.
now.
You got to get behind your team, support them no matter what. See what happens here.
And we're going to
They're
dive
gonna
up
be
the middle.
running it again.
It will be
No,
he's
he
still
won't.
off!
He's still going.
He's still going.
Flag is down.
Another flag.
No way.
I believe this is 3 straight plays with the flag now.
I think so.
I mean,
3 straight plays.
who could have seen it? We've got everything here, boys.
It's a very
Not sure what the call is.
penalty-riddled game right now. Very odd football game.
This is a very
Weird
football
score.
game. This is.
Weird penalties.
Sideline warning against Wake Forest.
I mean,
Sideline warning against Wake Forest.
So looks like nobody is
But
happy.
that should not indicate a penalty.
no, yeah. I mean, there's
Well,
no
they're
need.
moving the ball back.
There's been a lot of sideline work.
Correction, that was a chop block.
Chop block against Wake Forest.
That makes a little bit more sense.
And correction, no sideline warning to Wake Forest.
I was gonna say there must have been a lot of bad stuff going on that sideline if they were gonna move him back that far.
Yeah, 7:10 on the clock right now. Seems like they'll repeat first down, so it'll be 1st and 12 on the 30, the Wake Forest 30.
Wake Forest is chewing up clock, which is crucial at this moment of the game. If Middle Creek ever wants to at least tie or take the lead.
They cannot let Wake Forest score right now. This is
We have reached,
limited time.
have reached 6 minutes and roughly 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
It's a good tackle there.
Good
We'll stop
tackle.
it maybe 4 or 5 yards on the gain.
But going on about the time on the clock, I believe this drive started at the approximately 11-minute mark. So we're almost at 5 minutes on this drive. That is taking up a lot of time.
There will be an injury timeout for an injured Mustang.
We're going to go ahead and take a break. 9-15. Wes. Nope, just kidding. We're not playing any team named Wes. 9-15. Wake Forest. Let's see how many times I can make that mistake with 6.5 minutes left. You're watching the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Block. 9-15. 6 minutes left. So you can see we're all very tired. It's a late night here at Middle Creek. 9-15 for the visitors.
It'll be 3rd and 7 on the 35 for Wake Forest. See if they can make something happen on this drive without any penalties, at least. It'll be a handoff, and he's going to be...
Fumble.
Ball is
Ball
loose.
is loose. Ball is loose, and
seems
Middle
like it'll
Creek,
be
Middle
goal.
Creek believes that they recovered it,
Looks like
and it
Wake Forest seems pretty confident.
and it is. I can't tell.
One Wake
cannot
Forest
tell.
player pointed in the direction of Middle Creek. So
I believe
that
we have a
doesn't make
Middle
any
Creek player down.
sense. His
And
helmet's
the
off,
ball,
I believe.
It's...
I believe it might be the middle linebacker Joey Maya.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Correction,
It's
it is not. I see Joey Maya on the field right now.
It's a game of injuries, really. We're going to go ahead and take
It really is.
another break. 9-15 with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left. You're watching the Sports Block. All right, guys, this is the sports block. We're going to go ahead and throw it down to our sideline reporter, Bryce Herring. Bryce, what do you have for us?
What up, Sports Block Nation? It's your boy Bryce Herring back at it with the sideline report. We got 5 minutes left in the game. The score is 15-9. Cougars lead. It's really been a tough game. As soon as Middle Creek answered back to take the lead, they got a kick return to bring it back to 15-9, and both teams were really just pushing back and forth here. Middle Creek really needs to get a score and stop them here. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that one,
back to
Bryce.
you guys. Go back to
Good
you guys.
update from the sideline. It looks like there's also still an injury on the field, and I don't believe that we up here are sure on who that is. Does anybody know?
I currently do not, but the last injured player before this injury was Jamari Highsmith. Jamari Highsmith played insane. He was the best player on the field last week against Heritage, made all the big stops, made the game-winning sack, and that's a crucial hit for the Mustangs if he can't play the rest of the game.
I agree, and while this injury treatment progresses, he is getting up now, but we are going to take a break just until we can get the game started back. Actually, we might not, depending on how fast they want to start this.
That injured player is Donovan Robinson,
And it looks like
the
it's
cornerback.
It could be his
cornerback.
knee. I mean, if it's not a muscle injury, I'd say knee or ankle by the way that he's limping.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be okay.
Both teams are back on the field. It's 3rd down, 4 yards to go
There we
for
go.
Wake Forest. This is going to be pivotal from a defensive standpoint for Middle Creek.
Indeed. 3rd and 4.
They'll surely take their time on this. Hand
There
it
they
off.
go.
And they will
That's
get
a
the
first down.
They get first down easily. And some, maybe 5 yards after the first.
Well,
Wake Forest have really come alive, especially in this 4th quarter, and I think that Middle Creek have just had a hard time adapting to the new level of pressure that Wake Forest have brought.
indeed. They haven't really been making a lot of big plays, but they've been consistent. Not a lot of in the negative.
I
but
think another play that has played a crucial moment on this drive is the failed attempt to go for 3 points.
Yeah,
If you
I
go for
think
3
so.
points, the score could have been 15-3, and you would have had to kick it off.
I agree.
Because Wake Forest is still not advanced.
oh, he's taken down.
down. It's not a
on the line of
sack.
scrimmage.
That is the returning injured player, Jamari Highsmith. Like I said, a huge player on this defensive unit for the Mustangs.
Well, he's definitely not injured anymore.
Definitely
That
not.
was
Like you were
excellent.
saying last week, huge part of the win last week at Heritage. And he's back in the game.
Middle Creek need to keep this up. 2nd and 12. With 4.5 minutes left. The clock is still running down. Well,
They-
7 seconds left to snap.
They have to get this ball back quick.
2-1. They've got it in
Tilt
time.
it off
the
to the
ball.
left side, and
He's down again, is he? Yes!
he's taken down for loss even more. Woo!
Middle Creek have turned up the pressure now.
That defensive push was led by number 34, Jackson Chop, and finished off by the middle linebacker, number 2, Joey Maya. What a play by the linebacking core for the Mustangs.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Very good defensive play right there.
Middle Creek's defense, we were just saying they were having a hard time coping with it, but it seems like they're not having a hard time anymore. If they get the ball,
Who knows
there's
what'll
still
happen.
time. There's still time.
There's plenty of time.
Creek
Plenty of
Rangers
time.
need to get on their feet and cheer their Mustangs on.
That Wake Forest sideline.
Massive
Wake
3rd down
Forest
right
stuff.
here.
See what happens. Gonna hand
Hand
it
it
off
off
again.
Well, they won't get first down.
And He'll be
Rogers
down.
will be out of bounds around the 49, 48-yard line.
And they'll have to
And
punt.
there'll be a stoppage of play. And Wake Forest will punt the ball.
Wake Forest are going to punt it. There seems to be a little bit of unrest on the Middle Creek sideline.
Coach Ragg and Coach Dahl not happy with something.
I'm not sure what.
Middle Creek has to watch out for the fake here.
Now, if Middle Creek
And they
can
will
return
not
this,
fake.
It's punted down at about the rolling.
rolling.
Out of
What a
bounds.
punt by the punter, number 15, What a punt.
That was
Nolan
good.
Paris has potentially sealed the game
Very good
for
punt.
Wake Forest after placing the Mustangs on their own 3-yard line.
That's a very long field for the Mustangs. 3 minutes and 1 second left right now.
It's not impossible, is it?
No, it's not impossible. 3 minutes is a lot of time, but
to go
that's a lot of
97
field.
yards.
It's a lot of field. They're really going to have to commit to it.
Middle Creek will try to hold these Wake Forest players, so they're putting their hands on their hips, their knees. They will be exhausted if Middle Creek pulls off their classic Middle Creek play.
Now, if we see a safety here, that's it. He's broken through, and he just got out.
Good scramble by Brown.
He had to.
May have gotten to the original line of scrimmage.
And there
There's
seems
an
to be a
injured
man
player
down.
on Wake Forest.
And it doesn't look good. He doesn't seem. He's getting up. No, it's
he
not.
fell back down.
No.
Hopefully he's okay.
We are going to take a break with 2 minutes 49 seconds left in the game. Still 15-9 Wake Forest. Thank you for watching the Sports Block. All right, welcome back to the Sports Block. The two teams are making their way back onto the field after that short injury break. 9-15, Wake Forest leads with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. It's 2nd and 9. The ball is on the 4-yard line.
Not an ideal situation.
Definitely not. This is what you train for, though. I mean,
Yeah,
if you've been training all summer, this is what it comes to.
exactly. See,
A misread
Should've
pass
trained
by
in the winter,
Brown
too.
to Ellis. Brown and Ellis, I'm not sure if they have connected once. They may have connected once on a screenplay, but their chemistry hasn't been that great.
seems
in
like
this
a
game.
somewhat off night for the offense.
But really, of both teams. I mean,
Yes.
you
One
know,
touchdown from both teams in this game.
All right, here we go.
He's got to release that. He does.
All
It's
right,
completed.
good catch. Good catch.
I believe that'll be first
That's a
down.
We'll
first
get the
down.
first
All
down.
right, and little bit pressure
Keep going
off
up
their
the
backs.
field.
Yeah, little by little. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. That's a lot of time to make it down the field.
Well, definitely the student section is still in full support. I think there's a belief around here that they still can do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sean Brown's going to look up the field, decides to
Ooh.
run.
Great scramble.
He's going to release it.
Oh,
It's
God!
deflected. Oh, my.
Oh, that could have been intercepted right there.
Middle Creek with a slight break.
No, you're going to give me a heart attack.
That ball has been
That
tipped in
was
the air
close.
like that countless times tonight, and Wake Forest has not converted on one of those.
I mean, the throwing game for both sides has just been
It's been
weak.
off.
It's been
Yes.
weak.
It has been weak. But one thing for Wake Forest, the run game has been working
Oh, for
exceptionally
sure.
well.
And a
And
whistle.
whistle.
oh,
There's a
of
completed
course,
pass
the
as
good,
well.
the good pass.
What do they call? Is there an extra player on the field? False start, maybe.
Oh man,
This
Yeah,
game,
False start
false
against the
start.
Mustangs.
oh, this game
Golly.
really has everything.
This is Middle Creek cannot make these undisciplined mistakes here in the crucial minutes of the fourth quarter.
you cannot do that.
You're playing varsity against the 5th best team in the state. You can't make simple mistakes like that. I mean,
This is when it counts too. Like a mistake made
Oh,
like
yeah.
that in the first quarter, it sucks, but no big.
but it is what it is. You know, you might
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
get it
yeah.
out then.
Yeah, get it out then.
Exactly. I mean, it's under a
Oh,
lot of
he's
pressure. It's a sack.
sacked.
And we go to third
Oh,
down,
man.
and Sean Brown has been let down, I think, by his line. I mean, he was able to exploit that hole way too easily.
He didn't have a chance, and it looks like it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
He did well to hold on to it. That was a big
Yeah.
player going into him. I mean, when I think whenever you're exposed like that as a quarterback, you kind of
Here we
you're
go.
left for dead, really, in some instances.
Oh,
Intercepted! No, he
he
dropped
dropped
it. Another drop.
That would have been a touchdown right there.
That would have been game.
That would have been game.
He may have just dropped the game if Middle Creek can deliver here. They have to. I mean, they have to
This
go for it. don't
is
they?
Must
the
go for it.
game.
A minute 48. You don't punt it. Oh, you really can't punt
There's
it from there.
Every fan in this stadium is on the edge of their seat.
This play right here will decide the game.
They will. It looks like they will
23
punt the
yards
ball.
I guess not. I guess it's not going to decide the game.
And I think this decision has decided the game, and not in the way that any Middle Creek fan would have hoped.
The assumed.
Unless Middle Creek really wants to pressure, I mean,
I guess he,
I can
coach
see, I
realistically-
can see Coach Ragland's side of this. It's,
I mean,
it's 4th and 20.
up
Odds
until
are against you.
yeah, and up until recently, the defense has been playing a solid game. So if they can return to that former form,
yeah, but
they
I
might be
mean,
able to hold them.
look at the clock. That leaves you with maybe 30 seconds if you get
Middle
the ball
Creek,
back.
Middle
at
Creek will
best.
take a delay of game, and that will place the ball on, I believe, the 3-yard line. Tough from this
Yeah.
angle.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, and you see Hunter Holmes just asking his players to just keep as much as far away as possible. They're not even going to
And
pressure it.
Kind of come down at about the.
They've got to get it fast.
35.
They have to get it away.
It's taken out of bounds. Looks like the 17, 18-yard line.
Wake Forest have been very good today.
That was a good return right there.
Ball will be placed around the 21-yard line. Wake Forest has this drive to seal the deal.
1:35 left on the clock. It's going to take
It's
a
not
miracle.
over. It's
yeah.
not over.
It'll
It's
take
not
a-
over, but Middle Creek cannot let up a score, or else it's a 2-possession game.
Exactly.
That's basically game right there. And they are already in field goal range, it seems like. So it's going to take a miracle. Interception, fumble,
I
turnover.
mean, really, they do need an interception or a fumble at this point.
That's the only thing stopping Wake Forest from.
And with a solid defensive play today, that's not impossible. I mean,
I could see it happening. Run up the middle.
Middle Creek has seemed to struggle against these past two wing T offenses from Rocky Mount and from Wake Forest. And another team that runs it is Fuquay. They both run wing. All three of those teams run wing T offenses, and so far Middle Creek has struggled to defend the past two they played.
Agreed.
I think there's also a large skill discrepancy, though.
Yeah.
between
Yeah,
Wake Forest
fair
and
enough. Fair
Fuquay.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Haywood has played an exceptional game.
Well, let's see if Middle Creek can contain the Wake Forest offense. Maybe get the ball back. It'll take a miracle to get the ball back.
It'll take a lot. It'll take a lot of luck rather than maybe just skill or will to win this ball back.
It will.
Once again, Mustang fans, come out next week as Middle Creek hosts Millbrook. They will fight. They will fight to get the win, and hopefully Middle Creek can defend their win from this game.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, as I always say, if they lose this game, look to the next play, look to the next week. Forget about it.
Exactly.
We have to go 1-0 next week. We're 0-0 this week. Let's focus on that.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to take it game by game, play by play, even.
Yes,
if
sir.
If you let the past dwell in your mind, you're gonna repeat it. Simple as. That's
Yes,
in any
sir.
sport.
In life.
Yeah, that's very true.
And it's another run, running off the clock. Good run right there.
About the
Gonna get the
10-yard
first
line.
down.
Will be first and goal for the Cougars.
Great fans here at Middle Creek.
Very supportive of their team.
I don't know. I don't know what's being said, so I can't say. But I think so.
I've got to say, Middle Creek has had, I think, one of the tougher first three games of the season with Rocky Mount, Heritage, and Wake Forest. And
Exactly.
I think they played overall extremely well against these teams.
Agreed. I mean,
There's down the middle. Has he lost yards? No.
first and goal.
It'll be first and goal around the 3 or 4.
52 seconds left.
It'll be
9 to
timeout
15.
Middle Creek.
Middle Creek are going to take that timeout. 52 seconds left on the clock. Things are not looking up for Middle Creek.
Doesn't look like Wake Forest is going to pass either.
And we're going to go ahead and take a break here at this timeout. We'll be right back, though, with the sports block. Welcome back to the sports block. 52 seconds left in this game. Wake Forest with the ball. Second and goal.
See if seems for the most part this game has been decided, but second and 5 on the 5-yard line, second and goal.
Middle Creek hopes for a miracle, and
Yeah.
by miracle, either interception at the goal line, fumble, or just something that we've never heard of.
Anything can add.
And
It's
we
a
get the
touchdown,
first
and that's
touchdown
game.
of the game. And And I think that is the game here with 47.9 seconds left.
Yeah.
Wake Forest convert their touchdown. Now they'll have the chance for a PAT.
Very good game nonetheless. Tough fought by both sides.
Yeah, I mean,
they
it
can only
has
do-
been a good. It's been a weird game, hasn't
It
it?
has, it's been a very weird game.
The fact that this was the first offensive touchdown, and we've got what 47
seconds left. Yeah.
You know, you don't see that very often. So at least you got that. If you were
We've had numerous injuries, which is never good. We've had a safety. We had a first half of all field goals,
So many field goals.
and
that one
And
is
another-
good.
that one is
That's good.
That'll be good.
See if the Mustangs can make something up here. You know, get the ball back, maybe
Just get some
return
pride back. Why not?
return it for a touchdown, onside kick, recover. You know,
You never know. You never know.
it can happen. It's not over till it's over. You guys gotta believe.
That is some quality music.
You gotta get amped up.
48 seconds left, 9-22. Wake Forest look to be coming away with this game as they come out to kick the ball.
Seems like that'll be 34 straight games of a win for the Cougars, if I'm
Ye-
correct.
If you're going to lose to any team, why not lose to Wake Forest? I mean,
Yeah.
it would be good to beat them, but there's no shame in losing to a team that's won now, 34 games in a row. That's insane.
That's a fact.
I mean,
Two-time defending state champion.
it's not like losing to the Cougars.
The other Cougars on the other
Yeah,
hand.
these are some good Cougars. The
Ape-
other Cougars that are a
Apex
little bit
Cougars.
closer to us.
Other
It
local
is a lot like
Cougars.
losing to the Cougars, actually. Just not those Cougars.
Yeah. All right, let's see what Miracle on the gridiron.
Oh, yeah. I'll be making a Netflix movie about this in 2 years' time. Mark my words.
Let's just wait on it.
no fall back in the end zone for a touchback. Middle Creek will
Yep.
take the ball at the 20-yard line.
See, I told
All
you,
right.
They're going to be writing
See
a
what-
documentary about this. It's coming.
It's happening. This is history in the making.
This really is. I don't think this has ever been done before. Mainly because it's impossible.
And we're predicting it too.
Yeah, I mean, we're good.
Got my magic 8 ball right here.
He actually
But-
does.
Yes. Very good game by both sides. Middle Creek defensively, Wake Forest defensively and offensively. They're still playing the game.
Sean Brown looks down the field. It's going to
And
be a complete
somebody's
and
hurt.
an injury.
Why not?
It seems to be
And he's holding his knee and he slid. That could be real bad.
It seems to be Therius Suggs. I am not sure what happened.
He
Took his
slipped
helmet
as
off.
he was falling. Oh, that's what caused him to fall, and it didn't look good
It seems
while
to
he
be-
was falling, and he's
It
grabbed
seems
his
to
knee.
be either a cramp.
Something
in
Yeah,
his
maybe
lower
he's
body.
got a cramp. There we go.
Might have stepped wrong on it.
Believe it or not, we're going to take another break. Thank you for watching the Sports Block. 44.3 seconds left, 22-9.
Suggs to the sideline.
Welcome back to the Sports Block. Injury seems to have been temporarily solved quite well. Sean Brown Now send it from the back. It's
Oh,
intercepted.
that's game
That's
right there.
intercepted, and that was
that has hit the ground, but
Well,
I'm not sure if that will matter.
incomplete. Just kidding.
Oh, man.
They'll stop the clock at the moment.
Either way,
That
very,
if that
It'll
was an
be
interception,
Wake
that would've
Forest
been
ball,
great.
and that will seal the deal here, folks.
very athletic play by the defense right there.
It was a well fought game from both sides, I have to say, and I think that what made the difference in the end was just composure near the end.
Yes, sir. Well, tough fought game by Middle Creek, Wake Forest, but there can only be one victor, and turns out it'll be Wake Forest. And, you know, one more word from our sponsors, pony sponsors right now. Learn about agriculture, catch a musical show, hop on some rides, and enjoy amazing food vendors. Come for the tradition, come for the food. The NC State Fair, October 11th through October 21st.
It looks like Wake Forest might just try and run down the clock. They're
Yeah,
taking knee.
Yes,
39.2 seconds left on the clock right there.
It looks like they're going to run the ball, probably waste the clock a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? You know, don't-
And he will take a knee.
Go for a Hail Mary, just rub it in
and
a little bit.
He will wait till that clock hits around 25 seconds to take another knee.
Very tough fought game.
Mustangs and Wake Forest
Gathering
will,
up that
will gather up at the 50-yard line to
And
shake
that's
each other's
it.
hands and wish each other luck in the rest of the season.
and that's game right there.
A hard-fought game ends in despair for Middle Creek. Wake Forest come out on top, 22-9. It was a good game, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Very good game. Very well fought.
You cannot fault the effort that was put out
A lot of
on the
mistakes.
field.
A lot of mistakes were made. A lot of penalties. A lot of injuries. But you know, you just gotta learn from those and fix them throughout the week. Prepare for
Exactly.
next game.
This has been the Sports Block broadcast of Wake Forest versus Middle Creek. Thank you for tuning in.